Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the sewer. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go wave. Nice guy with a cold shoulder. You be cool, but I don't know you. Wrote a flower and I'm off the potion. Give me superpowers and I won't stop to the bank roll on Supermassive. Big bank for the space chatter. Way up in the squad NASA. Copperfield with the dark magic. Subtle flex when I run a race. Tell these rap niggas eat my dust. Lil baddie up the cellular. Talking life and how we set it up. I'm a sharpshooter, yeah, Will Smith. Call me Prince Park, let me freshen up. Bay boy on the level up. Way up, did the nebulas. I'm never copping a chain. Cause I see it all through the frames, and I leave it all on the pages, feeling like they want me locked in a cage. They want us all in the fake shit, but I'ma go all the way A with it, cause I don't feel all the way safe here. Spray the champagne shower up in the air, stunner goggles, what the fuck is a flute? Untamed, and she wide off the goose, ghost ride, bitch, I come through the roof. Fuck 12, cause they all on my tail, hella wild, and I break all the rules. Chill, chill, bro, you way out of line. Yeah, I know it's a mood. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone, they catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the sewer. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go all the way. Got the squint, got the gator spinning, I'm outrageous with it, going crazy with it. Got the phrase jumping off the page, gifted, got the waves pushing, got the neighbors tripping, got the trap booming, jumping out the speakers. Drip on me, jumping off the easel. Gold wristed, couldn't tell me shit, bitch. Nah, bottle fisted. Cooking the bars, turn a lab into a living kitchen. Niggas grimace when I water with it. Subtle flexing, live a candy image. Come from pushing in the S-type with no license, gas low, the windows tinted. Still couldn't see me with the zoom on your little vision. Nah, we are not the same, we got different lenses. No one's snapping like we something real vivid, keep it realistic. Fuck the splitter with my day ones. Got the label making bank runs, cause a train of thought like a freight, huh? I'm the type to get a late start. You the type to be afraid, huh? I'm the type to never have things. You the type to have it made, huh? Yeah, wave. And I keep fuel to the flame, huh? How they got me going this hard? Really, I'm the type to never say much. Vice grip, got the game clutch. Every song make the stage rush. I always said making money might change things, but never let it make us. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud, but I'ma go all the way up. Bad girl from the sewer. She taking me out of this world, bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. They keep on calling my phone. They catching on to the buzz. I got it out of the mud. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. Young nigga with a dream, hold it down for my team. I'm afraid of how I'm feeling. I get high in the ceiling. How I'm feeling. High in the ceiling. I've been living like on past rules. In this rap to living like I'm finished. Wait, louder. Bitch, I'ma go all the way up. Wait.
Back. I'm back. What's up, guys? How you guys doing on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday? Welcome to Chaos. Welcome to Chaos with Chaotic. I'm your host, Chaotic Truth. Guys and girls, I'm about to get chaotic today. I am not trying to offend anybody today. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want you to unsubscribe from the greatest network on YouTube, which is the Lapeef Network. Everything that I say as the Chaotic Truth is my opinion. The views that I have are not the views of the Lapeef Network, nor the views of JR, Anton, or anybody else. They're my views. The StreamYard is dropped early for this vital and important message. My message today is not for you millennials, you Gen Xers, you baby boomers. You're old. This message is for younger kids, particularly young males who are trying to matriculate through life and don't have a clear understanding. Hear me out. This is not the gospel, what I am about to say today. This is 38 years of experience as observing a behavior in human nature. I'm going to get into it. But before I get into it, I want you guys to drop, send out the channel to your friends, family, etc. I want you to hit that like button. I want you to share this video, and I want you to stay tuned for a great show today because I have a good one for you. Before I get into it, let me send out positivity to people real quick in the chat. Learning and earning positivity is definitely coming your way. I hope all is well with you and yours. Salute to you. TEC says hello. Positivity is definitely coming your way, TEC. I hope all is well with you and yours. Thank you so much for always supporting the Chaotic Truth and supporting the Lapeef Network. Thank you so much. Who else do we have in the building before I keep it pushing? We have Prod Dre 6, KS. I'm assuming that means Kevin Samuels. Salute to you, Prod Dre 6. Who else do we have? We have Mr. C. Mr. C says, hello, CT. I'm sorry, Mr. C said, what up? What up to you, Mr. C? We got Dim Kane's in the building. What's up, Dim Kane? Salute to you. Positivity is definitely coming your way. I hope all is well with you and you are sending out positivity at the speed of light. We got JQ in the building. What's up, JQ? Positivity is definitely coming your way, JQ. Salute to you. JQ, I really appreciate you, brother, for coming to my channel and supporting me on the Lapeef Network as well. Thank you so much. Who else do we have? We have HLC Jr., also a member. Thank you so much. Positivity is definitely coming your way. I hope all is well with you and yours. Guys, we have Rush in the building. Thank you so much, Rush. Says salute to the GOAT. Thank you so much, Rush. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. I really appreciate that. Flex Henry is also in the building. Says shots out to CT. Guys, hit that like button. Let me see where the likes are at. Get the likes up. Share this video. If you have any younger relatives, particularly males who are between the ages of 16 and 21, I need you to send this video out to them because it is important that they hear this. I have a lot of stories that I'm going to be saying or telling today or this evening, afternoon, whatever. Before I get into these stories, I want to make it crystal clear before I even start telling these stories. A lot of you dudes are ugly. Just want to be honest with you. Hear me out. Your mom won't tell you this. Your grandmother won't tell you this. But a lot of you are ugly. And a lot of you are walking around like the fat girl is walking around with the no shaming or no fat shaming mindset. A lot of ugly men have been walking around cosplaying as attractive dudes for a very long time. Now, you may be asking yourself, Chaotic, what the hell are you talking about? This is, kind of fruity what you're talking about. It's not. It's not. I'm going to tell you why it's not. What happens when the fat girl goes out? Nobody says anything to her. She's dressed scantily clad. Her clothes, her stomach, her back, her rolls are bursting out the seams. She's looking like Miss Piggy. Nobody says anything. Everybody just sits back and don't say anything. People encourage this girl to do these things. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. So the fat girl goes to the club. She's 294 pounds and she's 5 foot tall. She goes to the club and nobody buys her a drink. Nobody goes up to her as much as the thin and more attractive females. So the fat girl goes home and she wonders, she ponders. She says, why don't I get the amount of male attention that my skinny counterpart may get, or my more in shape counterpart will get? Society has always told me that I'm beautiful. Society has already told me that I'm attractive. I don't care how woke we get as a society. I don't care how much entertainers, athletes, companies push these little stupid agendas for profit. Society is always going to remind you your hierarchy in real life. Salute to you, Brienne. Brienne says, hello, I need sleep, but I want to see this more. Thank you so much, Brienne. Mimi says, looking forward to this. Keep it up, Chaotic. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, where is he going with this? Where is Chaotic going with this? He's always in left field. Well, hear me out. You ever been somewhere, for example, particularly in any urban area, and you see some short little dude who looks like Flavor Flav, and he tries to holler at the female walking down the street? Particularly, I've seen a lot of this at gas stations throughout the course of my life. Better yet, I'll tell you a story. I was at a gas station in the hood many, many years ago. And it was this short little black dude. The race means, that's what he was. He kind of looked like O'Shea Duke Jackson in the face. He was pumping gas. And not to knock his car, but he had like a Toyota Camry. It was the year two. It was like year. His Camry was from the 90s, but this was about maybe 7-8 years ago when I was still teaching. So he sees this girl. The girl was about 19, 20. He starts to holler at her. He said, yo, baby, what up? Now, mind you, he's about 5'3". He's driving a Toyota Camry, 1989. And the girl completely ignores him. Do you know what this little niglet did next? He said, F you then, bitch. F you. He said, F you, bitch. That's what he said to her. And I've seen that a lot in my life. But this particular day, I wanted to go over to this black man, this young guy, and say, you are not attractive enough to behave this way. I know society is telling you otherwise. You know, your mammy's telling you you're handsome. Your grandmammy told you you're handsome all your life. But that moment was a reminder in nature. I got to talk slow because I really want young people to hear this. See, you old people, I'm done with you. I'm talking to younger people now. I wanted to walk over to him and say, what you did was indicative of what a lot of ugly, short dudes do. You have it in your mindset that you can do what other men can do. Sort of like the fat girl analogy. And it's not just an analogy. I know a lot of you have seen this before. At the bar, you go out, it's a fat girl. Ain't nobody buying her a drink. But remember now, everybody likes big and fat girls, right? Wrong. A dude is likely to buy the thinner, taller, symmetrical face-shaped female to drink over the fat girl. It's the honest to God's truth. And it's the same thing amongst dudes. A lot of younger dudes right now don't have that uncle. They don't have that father. They don't have that cousin that will keep it real. But Uncle Chaotic Truth, Cousin Chaotic Truth, I'm going to keep it real with you. A lot of females won't tell you this. See, one thing I will admit about a lot of females is that a lot of females practice professionalism even in the real world. See, a lot of, men, we have to be upfront. It's a part of our nature. But a lot of women are not going to say you're ugly. And that is the truth. Let me tell you something. I want you to really think, particularly of those who've had corporate jobs where you are paper pushing. You ever notice at these jobs, the pretty attractive females can pretty much get away with murder? You ever notice that? You ever notice the pretty attractive females can mess up on the job? They could come in late on the job. Nothing happens to them. How many females in your life do you know have gotten pulled over by the police and have been ticketed at a high level? Not that many. Because women automatically get privilege. And especially if you are a pretty female, pretty bitch privilege. For you 17, 18, 19-year-olds that are going into the workforce, let me tell you a secret. Most of you are ugly. Not to be rude and disrespectful, but most of you look like Marmaduke in the face. Most of you look like Flavor Flav in the face. Most of you look like the backside of Kuta Kinte after the beating. It's the truth. You can't go into the workforce with an attitude. You can't go into the workforce telling the boss what you gonna do. They don't want you there anyway. I worked in corporate America. I worked in the educational field most of my life. I saw it firsthand. The uglier dudes, they could not dot an I, not cross a T. They could come into work late. They were getting written up left and right. Chaotic, how come I keep me getting written up? She do it, he do it. And me, I was so kind back in the day. I didn't want to be honest with people and say, it's because you're ugly. You are not attractive enough to come into work 30 minutes late. You are not attractive enough to miss deadlines on paperwork. It's bad enough that they don't even want black men here, but you are an ugly black dude. See, now that I'm older, now that I have a platform, a soapbox, if you will, I can tell people this at a high level. Thank you, by the way, guys. Yes, the 6'3" chiseled face Chad or Tyrone, yes, he can mess up at work. He can miss deadlines, but not you. You're ugly. You look like Flavor Flav. You can't do that because you are already a target because you're ugly. You're already a target because you're black. They are looking for any reason to get rid of you. So every day, your existence is the problem. Nobody told you that. If you are ugly, the first thing that you're going to have to do, if you are short and ugly, the first thing you're going to have to do is look in the mirror and embrace your ugliness. As a man, you can cultivate other options. You can be a Renaissance man, particularly if you're ugly. Flavor Flav, ugly. But you know what? Flavor Flav can play 20 different instruments. That's what brings value to ugly people. You can't just be ugly and exist. If you're ugly and listening to this, if you have family members that are ugly, please don't get offended by this message. I'm telling you something that a lot of people won't say. You just can't lay up in Netflix and chill with a chick. You can't. How come she never be Netflixing and chilling with me? Because you're ugly. You just can't lay around. When you're ugly, it's the heart. Oh, thank you so much, El Mojado. Says Chaotic ugly too. It has a great podcast. Shut up. When you're ugly, hear me out. You can't lay around with a chick all day. She's gonna look over at you, and she's gonna be disgusted in your looks. Yeah, you may have a nice night of fun. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm partying. I'm drinking. I got a girl to come back to the house or the apartment, whatever you live at. Then the next day, she's going to order an Uber and be out. She don't want to Netflix and chill with you all day because she's going to look at you. She's going to see that you're 4'11", 5 feet, 5'1". She's going to look at your oddly shaped face and say, he is ugly. Let me order that Lyft. I'll take you home, baby. No. I'll order a Lyft. No. Nobody is talking about this, but I will. When you are ugly, you have to work 50 times as hard. You have to go off the grid. You have to primarily work on yourself. Don't go around people unless you have money, unless you have some sort of resource. Because if you don't, my God, they're going to be reminded of your ugliness every time they look at you. You can't just be going around people ugly, short, and poor. No. You can't. For you 16, 17, 18-year-olds out there listening, I'm telling you, do not get trapped in the same cycle as millennials, Gen Xers, etc. They're going to send you down the wrong path. I got a story for you. It actually involves females, not men. I personally was teaching at a charter school many years ago. There was a very attractive female there. She was crying in the hallway about a relationship situation with her significant other. She left her class for 2 periods and cried. 2 periods. For 2 periods, her classroom, no teacher was in there. About 2 weeks later, a non-attractive female teacher did the same thing, got written up and suspended. She comes to me and tells me, how come they didn't fire her? How come they didn't suspend her? And out of the kindness of my heart, I didn't say what was really on my mind, but I really wanted to say it's because you're ugly. You are not attractive enough to be the damsel in distress. So the same thing works with men too. The same thing works. If you're ugly, if you're short, again, recognize it. Look in the mirror. Admit it to yourself. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say what I was about to say. But if you're ugly and if you're short, the best thing to do is cultivate skill sets. Learn a multiplicity of trades. Learn a language. Be charismatic. Be funny. You're going to have to go above and beyond. Taller and more attractive people don't necessarily have to do that. Me, myself, I have taller friends, and I've gone out, not recently. I used to go out with them all the time, and we will all be quiet. But just because they're taller, they get more attention. When you're ugly, when you're short, when you're working for somebody and you have a meeting, how many of you guys have been in meetings and there's an ugly person talking? You're like, damn, man, shut up. Shut up, man. The problem is that you don't care if the person is right or wrong. You are an animal. You are an ape. You are going off of your ape instinct. You are looking at the attractive level. You don't want to hear what they have to say. You don't care about their jokes. You don't care about anything in the meeting. But you ever notice when attractive people are talking? Oh, all of a sudden you pay all the attention in the world. And it's not just women, it's males too. See, a lot of people are going to look at this and say, this is a gay conversation. No, it's not. This is the honest to God's truth. Nobody wants to say it. If you are unattractive, you should not say anything in a meeting unless you own the business, unless you are a partner. Man, be quiet. You aren't attractive enough because your existence bothers people. So it's just like the earlier story I told you about every time I've seen younger dudes that try to holler at chicks. And I'm like, dude, you are not good looking enough just to be talking to a chick. You have to show something. Because this chick, yeah, We say we're human beings, but we are animals in the brain. We like shiny things. So if you were good looking and you drove a Toyota Camry, maybe she wouldn't play you to the side. But the fact that you look like Gary damn Coleman and you're driving a Toyota Camry, you become a creep to her. When you're ugly, like most of you are, most men are ugly. About, I would say 75%. When you're ugly and you are a man, my God, learn, continue to learn, immerse yourself in learning, immerse yourself into something that benefits you. That's all you really have, man. That's all you really have. Life is not fair. Yes, it's not. It's not fair. But that's the first thing you should recognize as a man. How come? How come they don't like me? Well, because you're ugly. It's nothing else. It's nothing else. It's because you're ugly and short. And then you're walking around. The worst thing about a lot of ugly dudes, especially short, ugly dudes, they walk around and they mean mugging people. You ever notice that the shorter a dude is, a lot of, especially a short black dude, I hate to say it, but a lot of short black dudes are ugly. I mean, the ones who are ugly, they mean mug. The fact is that you have to have a smile on your face. You have to be positive. You can't be a short, ugly, mean dude. You can't. Because you are already the height of a third grader. Now you're looking like a character in Star Wars. You're the height of a kindergartner. Now you're mean mugging people. You're becoming less attractive than what you already are. You better be the life of the party if you're under 6 foot. See, I learned that a long time ago in high school. Oh, everybody taller than me. I'm about to act a fool in here. I'm about to holler at everybody. See, I was a little bit different. But some of the most dangerous people I ever met in my life were little short, little nigglets. Because they're mad at the world. How come they don't be respecting me at work? Because you're short and you're ugly and you have an attitude and you come in late and your paperwork stinks and you don't get deadlines. You see, but you can't do this. You are no different than the fat girl who weighs 700 pounds, who's 4'11", and complaining. You can't act like that. Name me an ugly dude who just exists who's with a super hot chick. You can't. You can't. But the more money you get, the more charismatic you get. Yes, you can pull any chick you want. Women are attracted. Pay attention if you're a young kid too. If you're 17, 18, 19, if you're a boy. Women are attracted to taller men. It's just nature. Taller men to a woman equals protection. I don't know why our brains work like that. But don't get mad. Get better. Get better. Get better, man. Get better. Get better. I would say this as a short guy myself. and I learned this a long time ago. The shorter you are, and for a lot of guys out there, the uglier you are, start your own business. Start your own business. Do things that will benefit you. Put yourself in a position of power that you've created. It could even be like a lawn mowing, landscaping business. Do something. Because when you are short, when you're ugly, you're going to be a target. Because what human beings do is they'll pretend all day. Human beings will pretend. Human beings will pretend all day. Tell me I'm lying. You ever, when you were in elementary, junior high school, you ever made somebody mad and the first thing out of their mouth, if you were fat, you fat anyway? Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? Remember in school, you ever made somebody white mad? You could be friends with them all day long, and the first thing out of their mouth, you N-word, how about, they'll say what they've always wanted to say. Same thing with ugly. How many of you, even watching, you made some girl mad, she called you ugly? A lot of dudes don't get called ugly, by the way, but a lot of dudes do. A whole lot of dudes do. When you make somebody mad and you have not positioned yourself in the master slave position, the first thing they do is call you ugly. You ugly mother. You ugly. Because that's what they thought about when they first saw you. Ooh, he ugly. But they may have gotten to know you, etc., etc. But the moment they get mad at you, what do they call you? You're fat, you're ugly, you're black, you're blah, blah, blah. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. The reason why I say start your own business if you are an ugly short guy is because despite what you've done in life, your accomplishments, people don't care. We are some sort of an ape. We are part of the great ape family. We have not evolved to this higher plane of existence that we are pretending to be. The only thing that separates us from the jungle are clothes and cars and homes. That's it. Other than that, we're probably no different than a chimpanzee. People say all the time aesthetics don't matter. Yes, they do. The most gang-banging, drive-by shooting dudes, they don't go to court with jabots on. They don't go to court with Jordans on. They go to court with suit jackets on. You know why? Because aesthetics matter. I might be facing 10 years in the penitentiary, but let me at least come into the court with a suit jacket on to see if the judge will reduce it. Tell me I'm lying, because aesthetics matter. So they don't just matter in terms of clothes. They matter in terms of just your physical appearance. And a lot of people don't want to talk about that. But I will, because I'm in the business of helping people, especially the younger generation, because they're being confused now. I see it all the time. You have, and I got to keep using this example, you have girls walking around being brainwashed with this body positivity nonsense. Girls who are 4'11", 300 pounds. I'm cute, girl. And society is going to remind her, because she's going to notice behavior. She's going to notice patterns. You know what? The pattern here is I've gone out to the bar consecutively with my girlfriends. Nobody buys me a drink. Nobody does this. Well, what is it? Well, you're fat. It's not attractive compared to these thin, tall, pretty girls. It's not attractive. I'm going to unsubscribe. Please don't unsubscribe. Don't. Subscribe and have your friends subscribe. I know, man. I know. To you, these might be harsh truths. But the best way to get a message through is to tell the truth. I hate lying. I hate lying. I like telling the truth. Because I want the truth to be told to me. If you look like Latrell Sprewell in the face, maybe you should cultivate other avenues in terms of cultivate, education, language, mathematics, something like a trade. I gotta talk about my guy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I gotta talk about O'Shea. What's up, Bob? Positivity is definitely coming your way. I gotta talk about my guy O'Shea Duke Jackson, man. I rock with O'Shea. I rock with him. But O'Shea's ugly. O'Shea is one of the ugliest dudes I've ever seen in my life. But the thing I like about O'Shea is that he knows he's ugly. He knows it. He's made tons of videos about it. So I ain't talking about him to be, listen, I'm not talking about him to be mischievous. I'm telling you what the man said from his own mouth. O'Shea is under 6 foot. He talks about that too. Or at least he used to. But you know why people like O'Shea? It's because O'Shea Duke Jackson, he's funny, he's charismatic, he's a real traveler, he's smart. He has a lot, he's a Renaissance man. That's the reason why. That's the reason why O'Shea could walk into a room. It could be a dude 6'4", and he could pull any woman in there over that guy. If that guy is just a bland, tall guy. When you are like an O'Shea, ugly, do as O'Shea would do. I hate to talk about Kevin Samuels because he's passed away. Salute to Kevin Samuels, by the way. What's up, man? Thank you for that $10 super chat. Big Ant with the $10 super chat says, what up, Chaotic? I'm going to find someone to give you a huge hug. Thank you. Don't cry. You forgot the E. Thank you so much, Big Ant. Now, check this out. I want you to look at human nature, human behavior patterns. Kevin Samuels wasn't known for comedy. No. Kevin Samuels, let's be honest here. Let's be honest, was absolutely rude to women. And he was educational, but he was rude at times to a lot of women. But see, he could do that. He was tall. He had a facial symmetry. He could do that. But could you imagine if O'Shea behaved like Kevin Samuels? O'Shea wouldn't have been that popular. Kevin Samuels, at times, rest in peace, he could be bland. He could have dead air on his show. But see, that's the difference. He was tall. He had facial symmetry. I hate to talk about Donovan Sharp, but Donovan Sharp is ugly. No offense to him either. No offense. His numbers are starting to fall off, or have started to fall off. He may be tall, but he's ugly. And he can't continue to act like that. He can't. That's why his numbers are falling off. It's the truth. But nobody will admit it. Let me tell you something else too. Because I'm about to get chaotic today. I'm not going to name this woman's name at all. But we know who she is. We know who she is. I'm not going to name her name, but I want you guys to put her name in the channel. About a year ago, I was on a specific channel. I was on the network. And some woman calls in and she gives me smoke first. But me being who I am and going through the experiences that I've gone through and been around certain types of women and all this, she didn't know that at all. She probably viewed me, hey, this dude's ugly. I could talk to him any way I want. And when I clapped back at her, she, the audience, and everybody was so shocked. Because again, in her brain, she gets all types of people to talk to her. And she's like, well, he will acquiesce to me because I'm cute and he ugly. And it was such a mind-boggling experience for her. She didn't know. She doesn't know that I myself am charismatic. I've gotten all types of women. She didn't know that. She didn't know I'm a part of all types of organizations. She didn't know that. She just probably say, oh, he's an ugly dude. I can talk to him anytime I want. But you can't, though. See, women have been conditioned to behave a certain way around certain men they perceive, and most of the times who are ugly. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and judge myself. That's up for you guys to do. But she perceived me to be ugly. She had to have. That's why she made videos about me. That's why other people made videos about me. Because it wasn't what I really said to her. It was a perception thing. But again, I don't want to say her name, though. Let me see. Who else is in the chat? Guys, salute to you all. Positivity is definitely coming your way. I hope all is well with you and yours. Alex Keaton says, this is what the mind of a crazy person sounds like. Disconnected stories and incoherent thoughts. Salute to you, Alex Keaton. Positivity is definitely coming your way. You know, when you're young, society will treat you nice. You know, when you are a kid, when you're 12, 13, 14, people will generally treat you nice. But when you get older, that's when nature kicks in. That's when nature kicks in. That's why I make these shows, particularly for young adults. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's why I don't really want to talk to millennials or boomers about it. See, they'll come up here. They'll ask me, what you talking about, chaotic? What you mean, chaotic? See, it's not even the individual in the chat who said disconnected thoughts. See, that's an old person in there. Probably fat, ugly. They're offended at what I'm saying instead of trying to decipher what I'm saying. We have to keep it real with ourselves as a society, not just Black people, but a society overall. Certain people can't act a certain way. It's the truth. That's not a disconnected thought. That is actual fact. That is actual fact. Monique says, you telling the truth. Some people don't get jobs based on looks. Of course not. Of course not. Look at what's happening with TV now. I always use the example of Star Trek. Now, Star Trek. I know a lot of you N-words don't watch it. Star Trek used to be the hallmark of science fiction shows. There was a character on there named Uhura, played by Nichelle Nichols, black woman. She actually died last year. Attractive beyond belief, even for her age at the time. She was like in her late 30s when she played the character. Attractive. The new character playing Uhura in the reboot, she looks like me, like a boy. Or not a boy, but a man. She looks like a damn man in the face. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying, we have to get over this beauty is in the eye of the beholder nonsense. TV shows now are going so woke that they are putting androgynous looking or damn near male looking women in certain roles that beautiful women used to play. Oh, well, that's well, I mean, the market is changing now. No, the market is not changing. The market will never change. There was a time, even when thick black women weren't in style, because they never really were in style. This is a fad. So the same thing with being, hold on for a second, let me read this chat. Let me see. What's up, Seven? Still positivity is definitely coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours. Let me see who's in the chat. So what I'm saying is that regardless of what the media is doing, regardless of what these little movements are trying to push, human beings will always show you their true selves and what they think should be the beauty standard. It's the fact. It's the fact of the matter. Chat, he lazy at work. Somebody in the chat wrote, well, maybe it's because people are lazy at work. No. I've been in environments. Chad, Tyrone could be lazy. The pretty female can be lazy. But then the ugly dude is lazy and he wonders why. Well, how come they wrote me up? How come they lazy too? You're ugly. Like, what don't you get? You're ugly. You can't be lazy. Start your own company. The pretty girl can be lazy. Chad can be lazy because Chad is fucking the supervisor. But you're ugly. You can't come into work 15 minutes late. My God, you can't do it. You can't. Tyrone could come into work. He can half-ass around because he's banging the supervisor lady. You can't do it. You look like Gary Coleman. You can't do it. So what you need to do is be a better worker or just start your own business. You didn't get, hold on for a second. Bob, what's up with the $2 super chat says, oh, come on, Bob. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Let me see. No says, but naturally, curvy women are being treated unkindly because of the BBL robots. I hate it there. Talking about Brazilian butt lifts. Also, pretty women are treated terribly by ugly women. Let me see. Let me see what the chat is saying. Salute to everybody. Guys, the link is dropped. Or I think it's dropped. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's dropped. It's pinned to the top. Oh, guys, if you call in, you're going to have to be on camera. I knew a guy. He was about 6 foot. He's not about. I mean, he's 6 foot, 6'1". Good looking, chiseled jaw. He laid up with some chick all damn day long, watching movies, watching Netflix. She loved it. She absolutely loved it. He told me that one of his friends, ugly dude, was complaining that, women didn't want to lay up with him all day. I told him, I said, my God, why don't you just tell the nigga the truth? Tell him he's ugly. Women ain't gonna want to be laid up with an ugly dude, ugly, lazy dude all day. What don't he get? What doesn't the guy get? You can't look like Don Cheadle, man, and just exist. You can't. For all of you who are younger, you probably don't know who Don Cheadle is. He's a good actor. But you can't look like Don Cheadle and just exist, man. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Who else is in the chat real quick? Six Slim says, what up, bro? I'm going to tap in soon. I'm listening, though. Salute, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Nicole says, Gary Coleman wasn't ugly. He just had low sexual. Oh, he had low sexual market value. No, he's ugly. We got to stop playing around here. There's nothing wrong with just admitting the truth. People are short. People are ugly. People are tall. Stop. I know ugly is a bad word. Yeah, I know. We've been programmed to think ugly is a bad word, but it's not. It's not. Naomi Campbell is attractive. Gabrielle Sidibe is ugly. Period. Point blank. She can't do what Naomi Campbell can do, even now at 51 or 52 years old. Flex Henry said, I'm about to pull up in a minute. Absolutely. What's up, E Black? Let me see. But I gotta say this, man. We have a lot of chaos going on, and we do. We got a lot of what we call incels now. We have a lot of dudes who, my God, are virgins up into 20-something years old. And what it is that nobody has told them, dude, society has given you trophies. You guys are a part of the, and this is particularly why I talk to the 16, 17-year-olds. You guys are a part of the participation trophy generation. You're getting handed everything in kindergarten. I say kindergarten, be funny. Kindergarten, first grade, third grade, fourth, fifth, whatever. Then you get into the real world, and the real world reminds you that you look like a gremlin after the water. Yeah, after the water comes on you. You look like a gremlin. And now you got dudes who are mad at everything. And I'll tell you this. They don't know how to handle rejection. That's why I say, as a former teacher, we have to start teaching kids the truth. We have to. We have to start being brutally honest like we were back in the day, man. Why did she win homecoming queen? Because she's cute. That's why she won. She's the cutest girl in the damn school. You're 4'11", 254 pounds. Do you think that you look better than her? Stop. She won homecoming queen because she's prettier than you. What are we talking about here? Same thing with men. How come I don't get the baddest chicks? Because instead of trying to get your money up, instead of trying to get your resources up, you are trying to hang around all the fly dudes. They can be fly and exist. You can't. It is up to you to be a better person. No. I don't want to bully anybody. No. I want to be honest with people because they mammy ain't honest to them. A lot of them don't have a dad. They're not honest with them. I don't want to. No, I want to tell kids the truth at 16, 17 years old. When I was a kid, there was nothing like a coach, a teacher, reminding you of your failure. You lost, man. You lost. See, It was beautiful hearing those words back in the day. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Let me see. Who else is in the chat? What's up, Lawrence? Positivity is definitely coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours. Okay, let me see. Kobe says, calling out fat black women ain't shaming. I suffered fatal back injuries because of it. What? Brothers, get your passports now. Oh, okay. Speaking of passports, yeah, I have mine right here in arm's length. And back to the story I was telling you about that little gremlin. He's pumping his gas in his 1984 Toyota Camry. He's pumping his gas. You see this girl? The girl's probably like a 7, maybe. About 19. He was about 22. And he said, F you, B, because the girl didn't pay him no attention. And I wanted so bad to say, hey, man, she's not going to pay you attention, dude. She's not. Now, maybe if you were 6'3", maybe if you had a chiseled jaw line, maybe, yeah, and driving this Camry. But you're short. You're the height of a preschooler. You're ugly. It's not gonna happen. It's not. And you just existing. Like you're just existing. Oh, I just exist, man. Oh, I'm like everybody else. No, you are not like everybody else, man. You're not. None of us are. Unfortunately, that's the truth. We are not penguins. We all don't look the same. You know, we're not lions. We all don't look the same. That, in my opinion, is the most unique thing about the human animal, is that we look different. You know, we're not like the other animals in the animal kingdom. And because of that diversity, that allows us to be unique on this planet. So if you're 17, 18, 19 years old, especially, look in that mirror tonight and say these beautiful words. I'm ugly. But you know what, though? I'm going to be better than everybody else. I'm going to learn something. I'm going to learn how to do something. I'm going to put myself above someone who has natural looks. Because, yeah, your natural looks are good, right? But I'm going to do something that's going to be better than your natural looks. Vladimir Putin is ugly. He's short. But Vladimir Putin positioned himself to be the alpha male in Russia. He did. Nobody wants to talk about it. I'm going to be ruthless. I'm going to be totalitarian. I'm going to position myself in the government to be better than everybody. I'm going to be absolutely cutthroat. I'm going to learn martial arts. I'm going to learn different languages. That's what he did. And that's why he is the alpha in Russia right now. That's why. What's up, Big Ass? Said whoever said Kayla, Anton, and Chaotic and looking like should be struck by lightning. Oh, what's up, Marquise? Thank you so much, Big Ass, for that super chat, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours, man. And nobody likes to talk about this. You know, I know this is an iffy topic because I know a lot of you guys are ugly. A lot of you guys are absolutely hideous. You know, a lot of you look like Marmaduke in the face. You know, a lot of you, guys are like Emmett Till after the beating. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. But nevertheless, I know this is a touchy subject. I know. But if I don't tell you, nobody else will tell you. Nobody else will tell you this. Nobody else would look you in your eye and say, hey, man, you're ugly. You're ugly. You're an ugly dude. See, nobody would tell you that other than the chaotic truth. I'll tell you that because I love you. I actually love you. I would tell my students that you're ugly. You think you could just come here and put your feet on the desk and exist? No. Now, the uglier you are, you need to know a lot of stuff. You need to have females thinking about you at night, like, damn, man, he's ugly, but he's super smart. He's super suave. He speaks very eloquently. He's this, he's that. Let me see who's in the chat real quick. How many pounds do you weigh? No. Come up here and show me that you weigh under 200 pounds. E Black, what's up, man? Go ahead, sir. Would you give this advice to younger men who are
what is you on, man?
What am I on? Oh, okay. Tell me I'm lying about anything that I say. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me I'm lying. What have I lied about?
I know that men do not.
What have I lied about? I'm on what? What am I on? Tell me.
Come on, man. You know, man, we don't care about our
Kevin Hart was a neighborhood mechanic, would he have a top tier bitch?
Possibly. Some women like short girls. Short guys.
Okay, name me an ugly short
I'm
regular dude. Like regular dude with a high level female. Show me one. Name me a short regular dude who's just regular and bland.
Yo Gotti.
Who? He's a rapper. He's rich. He has resources. I'm talking about a regular, bland dude who's at the top of a company, who's a managing partner somewhere. Name him. When you're short and ugly, especially, you who? You said Elon Musk. Oh, sorry, Elon Musk is 6 foot. Elon Musk is 6'4". Musk. He's 6'4", and he's a billionaire. Yeah, he's 6'4". Yeah, Elon Musk is a huge dude. He's a huge South African.
Man, he like 6.
Nah, he's a huge guy, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm breaking.
He's huge, man. Yeah, Elon's a huge dude. See, here goes the thing. E Black got up here.
Chaotic.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in the back real quick. Now here goes the thing, man. Now E Black got up here, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get chaotic. I'm gonna challenge him." Well, who? Name somebody. Name me an ugly dude who's just ugly, who's in a high-powered position. Can't do it. You can't be ugly and be bland and think that you're going to be at the pinnacle of society. You can't. You cannot do it. You're ugly. You can't, man. I'm telling you. Let me see. JQ said E Black wants you to rate him, CT. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's not for me to do that. What I am here to do is speak to the younger males. I am not a participation trophy giver. I'm not. God knows I'm not. But I am the giver of the truth. And that's what I do. Oh, we have somebody in the back. Give me a second. Who is this? What's up, man?
Okay, we start off at the wrong foot.
Go ahead, sir.
How about this? When you say ugly, how are you making the distinguish between average-looking men and ugly?
Sir, you're either ugly or you're not.
No.
You're either ugly or you're not, sir.
No, that's not true.
You're either ugly or you're not. Handsome is a thing that your mom, your grandmother say, "Oh, you're handsome." That's a thing that people say to fat girls when they say, "No, you don't look big in that dress. You're fat." The thing of the matter is that the word ugly has been demonized. It's been used as a term of negativity, and it's not. Men don't have to be good looking. But what I'm saying is that a lot of dudes are walking around cosplaying as good looking. That's why I gave the story, which I'm assuming you've probably seen this yourself in life. You would be somewhere and an ugly dude would try to holler at a chick and she would just ignore him, like, ugh. And then the guy will say, fuck you, bitch. And then for the life of me, what doesn't he get? You're ugly. You are not good looking enough to just holler across the street at anybody. You need to have all the shiny ape products. We're apes. We are attracted. Yes, I know you. You understand what I'm saying, but we're apes. We are attracted to shiny things.
You don't think a beard can make a man more handsome?
Sir. Sir. I don't care what kind of beard Kevin Hart has. He's ugly. The only reason why he could pull top-notch coochie is because he has resources. He's funny. He has a way to make himself known in a crowd. If Kevin Hart was a short little school bus driver, he would listen. The best thing he could pull would be a Gabrielle Sidibe.
Wait, Gabrielle Sidibe? That's bad.
Precious from
that's bad.
But that's typically what a lot of regular short ugly dudes pull with no resources, with no charisma.
No.
I'm just okay. Well,
okay. All right. Let me ask you this: do you think
Go ahead.
ugliness goes across races?
Of course. I said 75% of most men are ugly. Yes. Of course it does.
No, I think black men are more attractive to other races. An ugly black guy can be cute to a white girl.
Listen, that's up for women to decide in terms of that. All I know is this. The best thing or the best advice I am going to give younger men is to look in that mirror and say, I'm ugly. And knowing this knowledge about myself, I'm going to cultivate myself to be a Renaissance man. You have a lot of dudes walking around like, man, I'm fly, man. I'm fly. I'm the shit. And it's like, based on what? Based off of just you existing? You're ugly. You look like Sean Kemp in the face. Go ahead, sir.
I think it does go. I think a very average Latino woman is probably attractive to other people differently.
Let me read the super chat real quick. Reserved _ intel with the $5 super chat says, as a black man in NYC, I had to step my wardrobe, get a good job, and get good money and be funny just to get a female to say hello to me. Exactly. Because again, you probably recognize reserved _ intel that you are ugly, like most men. But it's the truth. I'm not trying. I appreciate his super chat, but he's a good guy because he recognizes that he looks like Darius Miles in the face. Yes, he realizes that, and that's probably what makes him better than most men who actually have God's given looks. It's the truth. I don't know why as men we feel uncomfortable talking about this, man, but a lot of you niggas are ugly. And you gotta be like reserved _ intel. Go ahead, E Black. You got the floor, man. Beard. No, it's not about the beard, sir. Go ahead.
No, I think a beard does give you a certain level of attraction to women.
Okay. Nevertheless, sir. Hold on a second.
Go ahead. If you have nappy hair, I think having a good waves. Women like a brother with good waves.
I rock with you, man. I rock with you, but I don't think that you caught the beginning of the conversation. Just because you have a beard, just because you have waves, which, by the way, I used to have 360s back in the late 90s. Just because you have, okay, they were really like 270s, but nevertheless, remember that orange, what was that orange container called? Was that Murray's or?
Yes, Murray's.
Murray's, yeah, you said that. Yep, Murray's. Yep. just because you have waves or a beard, it doesn't. Yes, it does give you a regal look. Regal, yes. There's, you can have a regal look. Look, old school Buicks have a regal look to themselves, but they're ugly cars. But yes, you could soup up a car. You could listen. All I'm saying is that no matter the beard, no matter the waves, a Kevin Hart who works at McDonald's as a night shift manager, he is not valued high in society if he's just there working. He's going to have to step his game up to be more attractive. It's just common sense. Some people just have better looks. Go ahead, sir.
Do you think tattoos would make you more handsome?
In my opinion, tattoos are demonic, and I don't think that anybody should have tattoos. That's just me, though. But if you have them, hey, that's you. I just don't rock with tattoos.
I think certain women are attracted to men with tattoos on their face.
I think if a woman's attracted to a man with a tattoo on her face, you should question that woman.
But she would be quality.
I don't think Michelle Obama would pick a man with a tattoo on her face.
Michelle Obama.
I'm talking about real quality women. What say you, sir? I had spoke about O'Shea. You know who O'Shea Duke Jackson is, right? You know who O'Shea Duke Jackson is, right?
Oh yeah, I know O'Shea.
Okay, he's ugly. He's hideous. No, just hear me out.
He's African handsome.
No, sir. O'Shea is absolutely ugly. There's no, and this isn't me just talking. He said it himself. He said that he's ugly. He's made videos about him being ugly back in the day. He's recognized that, hey, I need to develop a character, which he has. He's smart. He's funny. He has the ability to speak on a multiplicity of topics. That's the genius, or that's the beauty of God's or the unit, whatever you believe in, the creation here. Think about how your fortune is within this universe, right? Let's go deep here. E Black. First of all, you are born the superior creature on the planet. You weren't born a mouse. You weren't born a turtle. You weren't born a giraffe. You were born the most superior creature on the planet, right? Mm-hmm. So the universe already gave you a one-up. Okay? What the universe does great, in my opinion, with human beings, the universe has given us diversity through birth. Some people are born tall. Some people are born short. Some people are born ugly. Some people are born whatever. I think that allows the human being to evolve, because if everybody was good looking, maybe people wouldn't focus on studying hard. You ever notice that most people who are scientists are not really the most attractive people? You ever notice that? The people who have ushered in some of the greatest achievements or the greatest technologies aren't supermodels? You ever notice that? Maybe there's a reason why we're different from other animals. If every woman was super attractive.
Wait. Are you saying that ugly people only spend time doing science and math?
Let me read the super chat. Let me ask you a question. Beak, what's up with the $10 super chat? Says, for your views on tattoos. Oh, that's what's up. Now hear me out for a minute.
You cannot tell me that only ugly people.
Listen, man.
Let me ask you this. Are only ugly people construction workers?
I'm not saying that. All I'm
garbage
saying
men.
No, I'm not saying that.
Landladies.
What I'm saying is that the universe, which is absolutely infinite, is beautiful yet chaotic. It's peaceful yet absolutely dangerous and terrifying. Just think if we were to leave our atmosphere. you would die instantaneously. But for some reason, the atmosphere, not reason, there's a scientific reason behind it, it keeps us safe. We can plant seeds in the ground and they can just grow, and we can have all types of fruits and vegetables and shit like that. All I'm saying is that with human beings, we have genetic diversity, in my opinion, for a universal or cosmic reason. Maybe it leads to a certain cultural evolution and even biological evolution. Maybe there's a reason why, in my opinion, certain people are born with heavier body density. Maybe there's a reason why certain people are born short. Maybe there's a reason why certain people are born ugly. Maybe there's some sort of divine.
So you're saying that ugly is a defense mechanism against nature?
I'm saying that ugly is a part of nature. Being ugly is a part of nature because it removes you naturally from certain circles. Think about an ugly dude. Think about a very ugly dude, right? He hollers at a really good looking chick. The chick rejects him. He goes back and he studies. He creates something. His creation leads to millions of jobs. It leads to some sort of technological or scientific revolution. Bill Gates. You think Bill Gates was hunching up on coochie left and right in school? Absolutely not. He's ugly. So being ugly led him to developing Microsoft, if you ask me. What if Bill Gates had looked like Bradley Cooper? You know who Bradley Cooper is, right?
Yes.
Okay. If he had looked like Bradley, for people who don't know who Bradley Cooper is, he's played in. He was the star of Limitless, also The Hangover. If Bill Gates looked like Bradley Cooper, do you think that we would have Microsoft? Do you think that we would be on computers the way that we are at scale? I don't think so. Because Bradley Cooper, in my opinion, all his life he's super good looking. Women are attracted to him. People are attracted to him because they know that he can make them money. So that's all I'm saying. I'm saying that when you're ugly, that's why it's not a good thing to pretend to be good looking and just exist. You don't need to holler at no girl right now. I gave the example of when I was teaching, I was in the hood, and some little niglet told this black girl, F you, B, because the girl wouldn't give him her number. But I'm thinking, dude, you're driving a 1984 Toyota Camry. You're short, you're ugly. Maybe you need to be studying hard. Maybe something like in the STEMs so that you can do service for mankind other than causing chaos here at this damn gas station. You're not good looking enough to holler at this chick. You need to focus on other things in life instead of being mad at the world. That was being mad at the world. F you, B. That's being mad at the world. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm getting this notion that you believe that attractive people should be the leaders of society.
No, I'm not, sir. I literally just said that Vladimir Putin is the alpha male of Russia. He has been the alpha there for all the 21st century. I'm not saying that good-looking people should run society. I'm saying that there's a reason why we have attractive and unattractive people. There's a reason why we have short and tall people. Maybe being short allowed Vladimir Putin to realize, you know what, I'm short. But you know what, though? I'm going to be better than all these tall other Russians here by studying harder or working on my martial arts harder or getting into certain political circles and knowing certain people, connecting myself. Maybe in a taller person there, you should literally watch Vladimir Putin's, I think it's his second inauguration. Watch when he walks up to most of his generals at his inauguration. His generals are like 6'7", 6'8". You really should watch it. Here goes this short dude. He gains the respect. Watch when he gets out of his limo, how fast one of his generals opens that door for him. Why do they give that man so much power? Because being short and him recognizing how short he is probably allowed him to have more of a ruthless nature than somebody who's already tall and big. Oh, I'm already tall. I ain't gotta do nothing. Think about Shaq. Shaq is 7 feet. He said that he would have been one of the greatest players in the NBA, if not the greatest, if he would have worked harder. You know why he didn't work harder? Everything was given to him naturally. He won the genetic lottery being tall. So I ain't got to work that damn hard. I'm already 7 feet. But Kobe worked 3 times as hard as Shaq because he's shorter.
He's shorter.
He's shorter than Shaq. He's not shorter than us, but he's shorter than Shaq. Rest in peace.
So let me ask you this: if you had a choice between looks and education smarts or book smarts, which one would you choose?
If I had a choice, you mean for myself or for
yourself?
What were your parameters again?
Looks or book smarts?
Oh, obviously book smarts. I would choose book smarts every single day.
But wouldn't that you would rather try twice as hard in today's society?
Book smarts, people who are book smart control the planet. Yeah, I mean, people who are book smart control the planet. I mean, all you got to do is look at the West. Look at any Western country. Look at any Asian country. Some goat herder isn't running anything. I don't care how you look. If you're a goat herder, you're a goat herder. You ain't, come on, you ain't running no country if you're a goat herder.
So I'm trying to figure out what the problem is.
There is no problem. It's a solution. The solution is for 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old boys is to listen. Mm-hmm. Go into that mirror tonight, turn that light on and say, I'm an ugly MFer.
Oh, okay.
And that right there will allow you to become master and commander of not just your life, but I'm telling you, the people around you. Because just like with the fat girl wearing the bikini, people may encourage you, but they're laughing behind your back. Same thing with somebody who's ugly at work. Like, that nigga always talking in a meeting. He ugly. He ugly, though. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, sir. You got the floor. Go ahead. What's up, Flex?
What's up, man?
So what I'm hearing you say is that you should act ugly in today's society.
You should act, again, what I'm saying
act as if you're ugly.
If you look like LeBron James in the face and you're under 6 foot, you need to cultivate yourself. You need to learn something. You need to be better because you can't behave like a good-looking person, particularly if they're taller. That's all I'm saying. You just can't exist. You can't lay up in the house all day and Netflix and chill. You can't borrow the woman's car. For all you trifling Negroes out there, you can't borrow the woman's car and not have her talk about you on the phone. See, a taller dude who's good looking, he could borrow the car all day if he's 6'4" and good looking. See, he can do that. Nobody and nobody will talk about him. But see, when you're 5'5", oh, you best believe you borrow a car. I'm talking to trifling dudes, by the way. If you borrow a chick's car, she called her mom, she called her dad, she called everybody in her family to talk about how trifling you are. Because you're ugly. Ugly dudes don't get that kind of privilege. So if you're ugly, it's just best to have your own stuff. Only good-looking dudes can get away with that lazy shit. Go ahead, man.
Now go ahead. Let Roy Jones speak.
What's up, Flex? How you doing, man? Salute to you.
I'm all right, man. How's it going?
Real good. Go ahead, man. You got the floor. Go ahead. What say you, Flex?
To an extent, you're right, but then I think you're wrong because even when you're considered a handsome person or a pretty woman, people will try to sabotage you. It opens up a door for a whole other set of problems that you're not factoring in. You factor in, all right, you look good, you get in the door. But once you win the door, someone sees you, they feel a certain type of way, then they try to get you back out the door. So it's not like you can be handsome or you could be beautiful and then you just get to live off the fat of the land. Someone sees you, they get jealous. So they start doing things to try and sabotage you. I mean, come on. In school, the girl with the long hair, what they always say, I'm going to cut your hair, right? the girl that's pretty can't just exist and just be. Someone's always trying to fight her. Someone's always trying to cut her hair. Someone's always trying to get her fired. So there's so many variables that you got to factor in on that.
Flex, you know why you know why she got her hair cut? You know why people undermined her at work? It's because she broke a universal law. What are you doing talking to these ugly ducklings for in the first place? Ugly women shouldn't talk to good-looking women shouldn't talk to ugly women at the workplace.
Come on, you and I both know
And at
that
school, and at school. When I was in school, I'll admit, I hate to cut you off. When I was at school, the girls who were attacked, because some of them were attacked, the first thing they did wrong was acknowledge the existence of the ugly girl. Am I
you and
lying?
you and I both know that pretty women are orbited by non-attractive women. When you go to the club, the fine one is surrounded by 5 other non-fine ones that you gotta get through, just if they even let you through. A lot of them, they start hating before you even get to the woman that you really even want to talk to. So a lot of times guys look at girls in groups and be like, you know what, I'm good. Because they gotta go through the non-attractive friends to get to the attractive one. So
Flex, I've seen groups of all pretty girls.
That's rare. That is, I've seen it, but
Flex,
it's rare. The most likely
okay.
scenario is you'll have a really attractive woman, and she'll be surrounded by maybe one more average woman, and then
Flex, you're breaking up really bad, bro. I'm sorry. Flex, he's breaking up really bad. I can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Flex, you're breaking up, man. You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
I'll come back. I'll drop.
Okay. What's up, E? Go ahead.
I understand the statement, but I do think that do you think there is a role for ugly people that can be greater than, say, a pretty privileged person?
Yes. Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Oh, you can laugh at me all you want, but sir, listen, all you got to do is just go to these companies and see, hey, who's on the board of directors? Who are these people? They're not supermodels. They're just not. Because when you're ugly, when you're least attractive, that is the beauty of the universe. The universe is saying, listen, you can uncover the secrets of the universe because you're ugly. You can get into math all day. You can get into all you got to do. Listen, all you got to do is this, right? Who are the best coders? Who are the best computer engineers? Who are the people that are moving society along? They're the ugly people. They're the uglier people.
I take that as a resentment.
I don't care. It's the truth.
I am a coder.
No, go ahead, man. Hey, look, man, you're the guest up here. Go ahead, man. I didn't know that you were a coder, but yeah,
go ahead.
I didn't know that at all.
That's fine. I see how this goes, man.
Listen, there's a reason why good-looking people exist, right? So there's a reason why you get a Bradley Cooper. There's a reason why you get a Will Smith, right? There's a reason why you would get a Denzel. But that's few far in between.
Did he freeze? Did he freeze? Oh, he froze. Now, I guess this is what happens when you have ugly internet. So hopefully he can get back. Secondly, I really don't believe anything he's saying. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe anything he's saying. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. See, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. All right. Fantasy Island Girl says 1, 1.5. That's okay. He said it's your show now. I don't think he's talking. I don't know. I don't think he's talking about average people though. I think he's really talking about. That's what I've been really trying to get him to. So to talk about average people. Ugly personality, not looks. Ugly. Please take. So I'm gonna just kick it right here until he gets up. But like I said, I really think that he's off base on this. All the ancestor foes is sixes get sixes. Okay. Just talk. I am trying to. This is not my topic. I don't know. I don't think that, being a four in American society will get you necessarily everything that you want. I think being average gets you a lot of things. I think we sometimes confuse our lifestyle with a lot of the people in the above, like 8, 9s, and 10s. Those people live in a different spectrum. Average people like myself and everybody else, we have our own things to deal with. Below average is below average. Change the topic before it comes back. What about I think he doesn't know you can be hold on. What does it say here? I don't think he knows. He doesn't know you can be handsome, cute, handsome, adorable. Hold on. Adorable. Is adorable the same thing as handsome? Most women are average with the wig and makeup. Without, these women look sickly. All right, let me ask you this: Can a fat woman be? Can a fat woman or overweight woman be considered cute or above average? Adorable is cute. I don't know. No. Okay, I think there are some cute. I think Queen Latifah, even with her weight gain, was cute. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that. Y'all gonna roast me about that. Fat models in the face. It says yes, fat women can be some beautiful, and you see it often nowadays when they shed the weight and it turns into a 10. Somebody said, you know what? Somebody said Adele was below average, even after she lost her weight. I said, I don't know about that. Adele is definitely cute. Would I date Lizzo? I'm into talented women, so who knows? I like talent. So Oprah, after she diets and works out, yeah. I don't know. A talent is more attractive to me than anything else. What do you guys think? Adele is average. Yeah, she's average, but I think she's a little bit above average with her singing. Shedding weight, but shedding the weight, you can be cute, but can't be above average while you're fat. E Black does not discriminate. E Black think Lizzo was fine. I didn't say all that. I think Chaotic is trying to get back. Lupita is cute. I love dark skinned women. Chubby chicks are average. I think even Kevin Samuel said that you lower your value or your sexual marketplace value. Chaotic, you're gonna have to get back here, man. Adele is decent. She ain't fine. See, chaotic.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but you stuck. See, God
Oh.
don't like ugly. God don't.
Well, hey, am I moving now?
You good? You good?
Okay, go ahead.
No,
got the floor.
you
Go ahead.
go ahead. Talking.
All right, what were we talking about? Go ahead. You got the floor. Go ahead.
Now we were talking about Adele. Somebody told me that Adele was, even with the weight loss, she was still average.
Yeah, she's average. Yeah, but what Adele has is a beautiful voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, same thing with Aretha Franklin. I mean, probably who has the best voice in the 20th century. If you ask me, she wasn't a supermodel, but she had a beautiful voice that made you fall in love with her voice. I don't think Sade was a super attractive female.
Wait,
but her
what?
yes,
Sade.
I don't think Sade was the most attractive woman. Now, is she ugly? Absolutely not. But she's not a supermodel. But she had a beautiful voice that is sensual. You fall in love with the voice.
Hold on, I hold on.
What's up, Generation Love with the $20 super chat says, how does God see you? Some have physical beauty, which is a gift that's often wasted. Some have inner beauty, favor, vision, and anointing. Glory to Yahshua, Hamashiach, and Hano. I don't want to disrespect this because you did give a nice super chat. So I'm assuming this is Hebrew, and thank you so much for the super chat. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so what is your rating system? Do you include personality? Do you include body count? Do you include dress style, or is it just pure Fibonacci code for you?
For women, the rating style is based on percentage, right? So if I say, she's an 8, that means that she looks better than 79% of the women on the planet. I don't necessarily view rating the way that a lot of other dudes rate women. So, for example, I'll give you a good example. Gabrielle Sidibe. In my opinion, she probably is a 0.5, maybe 0.1. I'm not 0.1. Excuse me. That's wrong math. That's because that's 10%. 0.01. She looks better than maybe 1% of the women on the planet. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that rating scale. Because here goes the thing, E-Black, and this is why when I have these discussions, they're not for you old people. We have to stop playing and lying. Women, particularly, will judge in absolutes. A lot of women will flat out say, "I don't date short guys." Nobody bats an eye. Nobody bats an eye, right? So the thing is that me saying that Gabrielle Sidibe is like, she looks better than maybe 1% of the women on the planet. Maybe she does. 1% is a lot of women. That's still a lot of women.
Let me ask you this.
So she looks better than women in Papua New Guinea.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If a woman looks like her father, do you still find her attractive?
It depends on how she looks. If she has facial, hear me out. If she has facial symmetry, if she has a nice jaw structure, a thin nose, yeah. I don't know.
There was a guy who's a rapper. He said that he dated Bill Cosby's daughter, and
which
he
one?
said that he said that he couldn't get the image of Bill Cosby out of his head, so that's why he dumped her.
Yeah, his daughters do look a lot like him, and Bill Cosby, he's another ugly guy. He's ugly. He was ugly. But the thing about Bill Cosby is that he was super talented. Super talented. Dude was funny, charismatic, a great businessman. White women, if white women universally like you use somebody. They loved him. And what I'm saying is, if Bill Cosby was a third grade school bus driver, he would never pull a Camille Cosby. Did you see how bad Camille Cosby was back in the day? Man, Camille Cosby arguably look better than some women who were in Hollywood acting. Camille Cosby would never have talked to Bill Cosby if he was just some regular, boring guy. Hell no. And he's ugly. Bill Cosby looked like a California raisin in the face. So it was good that he was funny. That's what made him funny. If Bill Cosby looked better, who would he be?
Do you believe two ugly parents make a cute baby?
I don't know. I think most attractive people that I've ever seen, like super attractive, have good-looking parents. Yeah, very good-looking parents. Generally, uglier people breed uglier kids. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think you can morph into a good facial structure with two ugly people.
You think so?
Yeah, don't look like me at that. He's like, you think so? I don't know. Go ahead. This is your show. I'm just here listening, trying to figure out where you're going with this.
I'm listening. Go ahead, man. You got the floor, man. Go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. Now, do you think? Now, do you follow the mixed babies are cuter?
I don't necessarily think. See, my brain works so different than most people's brain. I've never found lighter skin to be more attractive than darker skin. I've always been more attracted to darker complected women all my life. Yeah, my wife is dark skinned. Don't get me wrong. I have been with non-dark women, but I've never
white women.
I've only been with two in my whole life, believe it or not. People think I've been with a whole slew of white chicks. I haven't. I've only been with two. And it was, like I said, it was beautiful, but I never found them to be more attractive physically. Well, in terms of body-wise, yes. Incredible bodies. But in terms of just their skin tone, no. I never have been no. I've always liked a dark woman, like especially with long dark legs. Oh, yeah. What's up, Flex? How you doing, man?
What's up, man? How's it going?
You sound a lot better, man. Sounds a lot better. What's up, man? Go ahead.
Man, this is a touchy topic, man. You're gonna upset a whole bunch of people, but I know that's
it's not for you. It's not for you old people, though. That's why. But go ahead, though. You got the first, good sir.
To an extent, you're right. You get treated better. It's like having a cheat code. It's like having a coupon.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you know how to generate money, if you know how to make money for people, and that doesn't mean you have to be a celebrity. If you work a job and you're not a handsome guy and you know how to generate money, people gonna treat you like you handsome or attractive. Your boss will look at you like you attractive or handsome because you know how to make them money. You know how to make them look good. So or if you're a non-attractive person, you can always hit the gym and get anyone can get an attractive body.
Right. So that's what I keep talking about. I keep saying that it's a gift and also a curse with being ugly. That's what I keep saying, because you tend to cultivate other avenues in society. The ugliest people that I've met in my life are some of the smartest people. Whereas, how many times have we run across a super hot, good-looking chick who was super smart? I've never really run across a chick like that.
Not even in college?
No. Most chicks that I've met in college who were good-looking were dumb. They weren't. They didn't. I didn't see them in the mathematics building. I saw short little, threes, fours, maybe Asian chicks. No, the pretty black girls at my school were in the fashion. I went to my school was known for fashion. At Kent, I think our fashion school was like number 2 in the country. Most of the real pretty girls were in the fashion major. Oh yeah, they were science. Oh, nigga, please, they weren't in that damn building. No.
Come on, come on.
No, I can't. I remember one girl. I almost said her name. She was a mathematics major, but she was like, she was kind of cute, but she wasn't like drop dead gorgeous though. Yeah.
No, I knew a lot of attractive women that were
Well, I get
always over
preservation.
3.0 and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in Cali, so I don't know if that's the reason, but there's a lot
Yeah, I
of
mean, it's a lot more attractive women in Cali. I mean, LA, San Diego. What's
and
up,
about
Rick?
your rating system is very similar to mine.
Yeah,
However, I think that the more women that you
yeah,
find common where you live, even if they are
yeah,
attractive, will not be rated as high because you see them more often. Because where I live, there's so many mixed women that to me they're not as attractive as they probably would be if they were somewhere in like Nebraska or if they
Yeah.
were somewhere down south where it's less likely. But there's so many biracial women out here.
yeah,
You don't
yeah,
I don't see them like how probably every like for example, no disrespect, but Eileen Girl Q, she's an attractive woman, very attractive.
yeah.
But where I live, there's so many girls that look like her. She's just
Ah, I see.
she's
I
just
see.
normal. It's
Yeah,
normal for me to see that. So I
yeah,
wouldn't. She's not anyone that I would look at and be like,
yeah,
yeah, she's a dime. But if I was somewhere like let's say New Mexico, and you see someone like that, you might be like, damn,
yeah.
you know.
Okay.
So it just depends on where you at for your
Okay,
rating
could
system.
you set the male feminist up so I can talk? The male feminist, he's been shaped by, female feminist, and I can tell the way he talks. He's been shaped. He probably works in a corporate area, and those women, he can't have the bass in his voice the way he speaks because he works it probably in the corporate area, and those women shaped his speech. Nope, keep your bass voice. Those are men. Okay, those women who want you to talk the way you talk and sound the way you sound. No, know what they do? They have sex with guys like me, real guys. Okay, now they didn't taught you to sit there and talk. Oh,
Rich,
nope,
Rich, your mic,
nope, nope,
Rich, your
nope.
mic is break.
Anyway,
Let's get you up out of here, Rich. Your mic is breaking up.
You know what he's
Well, why
talking
does it
about?
look like you're calling from 1992? And I don't want to say it, Rich, but I haven't talked to you in a while. Salute to you, Rich. No, but all I'm trying to convey here tonight is that, I feel like society has gone down this dark path of just rewarding people just because they exist, and I don't like that. I don't like, and that's probably why you have a lot of more school shootings, more mass shootings, more kids doing crazier things now because they've been given participation trophies all their life. And again, society, I don't care how woke we get, society is always going to remind you of your pecking order. And the thing is that I gave a story, Flex, about the kid that I saw, and I'm pretty sure you've seen kids like this. They're hollering at a chick, and then the chick says, "What?" And then the kid says, "F you, B." I've seen older dudes do that. And it's because nobody's ever set you down and said, "You're ugly. You can't just do that." Will Smith can do that. A good-looking tall guy can do that. But when you're 5'3", the height of a third grader, and you look like a Marmaduke, the Great Dane cartoon, you can't do that. You're not good-looking enough to just exist like that. That's all I'm saying. So all I'm saying is, instead of hollering at these chicks, focus on yourself and be a better person to the point where you don't have to holler at some chick on the street because they'll come flocking to you no matter how you look. That's all I was saying. But I think what I'm saying is getting lost in translation because people are so shocked at this conversation. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what Kevin Samuels would say.
Yeah.
You just gotta, because men are not necessarily born with value. We have to make our value, which means that go to college or get a trade, fail in your 20s, make all the mistakes you need to make early, build yourself in your 30s. By the time you hit 35, you'll start to become established, you'll climb the ladder, you'll make more money, and then you'll have more options than what you have when you're 25 years old.
Yes.
So that's exactly right, 1,000,000%.
And what I was also saying is that, see, no offense, but I got to keep using O'Shea as an example. O'Shea.
You do. You have to keep using him.
Okay. And O'Shea, this isn't the words of E Black and Flex. This is just me. O'Shea is too ugly to just exist. Like, he has to be funny. But a lot of times Kevin Samuels was bland. If you ask me, he was bland. He was rude to a lot of women. But a person like O'Shea can't do that. A person like what's the other guy named? Damn, I forgot his damn name. What's this guy's name? Okay, anyway, a person like O'Shea can't do that. He can't get up on screen and do what Kevin Samuels did. Kevin Samuels had to look to do it. He had the height to do it. And those are just facts. That's all I was saying.
That's what made Kevin so polarizing, because you normally never get a guy that's his height, dressed to the nines, speaking like how he speaks, and they can't really attack him. They can't attack him on how he looks. They can't attack him on his presentation. They can attack him on how he talks. So, because that's the type of man that most of them wanted. And so by hearing him speak the way he spoke, especially for a lot of black women that don't have men in their lives, that kind of like triggered them.
Now hold on. Now that's, I think somebody brought up Derek Jackson, right? What do we do about the attractive incels?
Well, what do you mean attractive incels? What do you mean?
The guys that,
okay, so I know what you're saying. So an attractive incel would be like that. I would say the Austin Hollerman guy, right? He is a handsome guy, but yet he had to leave the country in order to get an attractive woman. A guy that looks like him should not have to leave the country to get an attractive woman, but obviously he had to get a passport and go to wherever he went to. That's the type of guy that you're describing.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, those type of guys are just guys that in this era, right? A lot of these guys don't go outside. So they don't outside of going to school, they don't have like the playground experience. There's no boys and girls clubs that exist anymore. There's no more arcades. People don't go to the malls to hang out.
Club. Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah. So you don't necessarily get the experience of interacting and talking to women like we did, because we met girls so many different places that, you know, if you can get shot down and whatever, you bounce back and you recover, because you only need one yes. So you just keep shooting until you make one. But his era, they don't have any of that. They just play video games. They're online. They're on these websites. So they don't really know how to handle rejection. They can't really get over it. So when they hear something they don't like, they're like, you know, I'm gonna take my ball and go home. I'm gonna go overseas, because the women here, you know, they're not saying what I want. But I think people just gotta go outside more though. Get that. You can't be afraid to get told no. Yeah.
Oh, Donovan Sharp. That's the guy I was talking about. Yeah, like he's too ugly to behave the way that he's doing. That's all I was saying. He's an ugly dude. Ain't nothing wrong.
Just a random shot. Just
it's not a random shot. It's the truth.
Donovan Sharp.
Donovan Sharp. He's a content creator. He been
used to smoke crack.
I don't know about now. Let's not do that now. We don't have any
evidence. I know you're talking about.
Okay. All I'm saying is that he is losing views, losing viewerships, because he's acting in a way that ugly dudes should not act. You know, and I feel like he's overstepping his bounds. He can't act a certain way compared to a Kevin Samuels. He can't be like Kevin Samuels.
No.
And that's all I'm saying.
No, but the reason why he's losing viewers, because he was giving out advice that he wasn't taking. He was the one that was saying, don't date single moms, and he ended up living off of a single mom and living off of her and everything. So
that's true, but rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. But Kevin Samuels made himself look like he worked at a Fortune 500 as a C-suite executive at times when he talked about himself, and he clearly didn't. But what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to knock Kevin Samuels, because I don't want to be labeled as that. But he, in a lot of times, was talking about corporate America, and you had a lot of dudes thinking that he's working somewhere as the chairman of the board, and that wasn't the case either. But
I think he's speaking on past experience, though, not the current. Okay. I don't know, though. I don't know. I mean, listen, he was what, 50 when he started that broadcast. I think he was like 50, 49. So he already had a whole other life. I think when he talks, he's speaking from past experience, not necessarily where he is today. Because I think he left that to become a style consultant or something like that. So
okay, Rich, what's up, man? Did you fix your mic? And thank you so much for correcting me, Flex. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to. Okay, how do I sound?
A lot better now. A lot better. Go ahead. Go ahead, man. What say you about this topic?
I was wondering why I was.
Rich, what say you about the
Okay,
topic,
there's
sir?
a lot to cover. Actually, I've heard a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to figure out which one to start. Okay,
Go ahead, man.
okay. Uh, I understand that you want to endorse people who look like you. You want to endorse. Okay, you mentioned something about.
Are you saying that I never said once that I was ugly, Rich? But are you saying I'm ugly?
I know, but you was hitting on like shit like ugly. But I was on earlier about okay, before I got rudely cut off. I guess my audio was fucked up.
You
But
gotta watch the F-bomb. You gotta watch the F-bomb.
okay, see, okay, I'll watch it. I can do that. I'm intelligent to do that. But at any rate, you was mentioning about like the work area.
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, these feminists are training you males to talk soft. They're training you guys to talk soft. And I'm listening to the guy who was next to me right now. Then I notice how people who talk soft like that. And it's like the feminists are training you guys to talk soft. I can't take the bass out. It's not in me. And if I go work in a corporate area, this is the way I'm a boss.
Rich, I gotta cut you off for a minute. Rich, I gotta cut you off. Rich, I gotta cut you off. Are you talking about who are you talking about on the panel? Rich, are you there?
No. Okay. About the people who conform to the feminists.
Rich,
if you're conformed to the feminist, you lost.
Rich, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Rich?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Were you drinking a Steel Reserve?
Oh, okay. So you have a scapegoat. Okay,
well,
that factor. I'm
talking about. Hold on a second. No, Rich, no offense. I'm not trying to be funny. You're slurring your words. You're in bad lighting. It's we're trying to rock with you right now, but this isn't good for the look of the Lapeef Network. All I'm saying is that we're trying to understand what you're saying. You're talking about feminist. We didn't mention anything about feminist the entire conversation. So what are you trying to get at here? Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, you're unmuted. Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Let's get you up out of here. I can't take it. Rich, Rich, it's too much, man. Rich, I rock with you, Rich, but the mic, the camera, the lighting, and to be honest with you, the drunkardness, it's too much, man. Sorry about that, man. I can't do it.
I think he was saying something about bass in the voice and conforming to feminism, which I don't know if you spoke on anything about that. No.
Wait a minute. JQ said CT bad because he called him ugly. Maybe so. I don't know what he was talking about, Flex, man. It's just that, hey, look, it's the 21st century. I mean, my God, in 25 years, it's going to be the year 2050. Well, close. I mean, you should have a decent camera, my God, Rich, I rock with you, man. I ain't talking to you in a long time.
Sometimes our internet be messing up.
Mine
give him some grace.
No, I mean, come on, man. Enough's enough.
Some people have ugly internet.
It looks like the year 1991 when he cammed up. I'm like, is he about to go do a drive-by shooting or something? Like it looked like he had a 40 ounce next to him. Then he gets mad at me because I asked him, "Are you drunk?" He's slurring his words. I can't take it, man. I'm trying to run a good show over here. Let's see here. Flex, you had mentioned when you were in college, you went to HBCU. You said that, and Flex, and be honest, like don't sugarcoat. I know a lot of times you sugarcoat to be nice. Just be honest. Now, you remember the story you told me? You said that you went to an HBCU a lot of times, you know, you guys didn't have like the 24-hour food spots like I did on my beautiful white campus. So you guys would go hungry some nights, but I asked you, I said, well, did you go hungry? And you said, nah, I could just go to some girl's dorm and get food. And then remember when you said, I asked you, I said, oh, okay, if I would have went there, what I had gotten some food. And this is what you said, Flex. You said, man, if you'd have been rocking with me, I would have asked them to give you food. So
Oh yeah, make sure you eat. Yes.
so are you saying that I could have knocked on a random door and gotten food? What about?
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Hey.
Go ahead,
You're like lunch counter lady flirting.
Oh,
Like, oh, you need an extra pork chop, baby? Here you go.
There you go.
You know, I don't know.
What about E Black, man? Could he have knocked on a chick's door and said, "Hey, can I get some food, baby?"
Yeah.
It depends. Yeah, probably, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
How tall are you, E?
6 foot even.
Okay, so
there you go. Yeah.
Okay. See, I'm under 6 foot, right? So I speak on behalf when I say that. Now, if I would have did what Flex did, being short, they would have like it would have been a rumor on campus. CT begging for food. He ain't got no dorm to stay in, and that's what I'm saying. When you're short, you can't do certain things, or if you're ugly, you can't do certain things. They never said anything about you, Flex, like asking for food, did they, on your campus, right?
No, but you got to know who to ask. You can't just walk up.
I know.
I knew certain women. You know, it wasn't just a random woman that I was asking food from. It was just someone that I knew. You know, so
yeah.
But I know this, like if you hung around attractive women like I did when I went there, and all the guys that were unattractive, in order to get their attention, they'd have to overdo everything. So these girls would be walking around with like $300, which is like $3,000 when you're a college student.
Yeah,
buying food, and they would just turn around and give me money and give me food, give me the food that they got from them.
Yeah. Now, speaking of free food, I used to walk across a Church's Chicken, and a girl used to give me free food.
Yeah.
Church's Chicken. Are you in Cali?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Because I think that's the only place where Church's Chicken exists, I believe.
We had a Church's Chicken in Ohio.
You do?
Texas too.
When I was kid,
only in the hood too. Only in the hood. I've never seen one.
The one that I had wasn't in the hood.
Really?
Nah, that's a lie, CT.
Nah, matter of fact,
there is no such thing as a Church's Chicken.
Not in the hood, bro. Come on.
Nah, it's not. I'm telling you, like I'm gonna Google it right now, and then you guys can just Google Map it and see it. It's not in the hood.
Hey, have you heard of that crunchy chicken? It be at gas stations now.
Yeah,
they got good chicken for some weird reason.
But yeah, man, like I was saying, let me see. Chaotic. Church's Chicken is disgusting. Beak says they have a Church's Chicken in Colorado. Beak, wait a minute, Beak, are you black or white? Colorado. Salute to you though, Beak, man. Thank you so much for the super chats that you always give through, and the cash apps, Beak. Thank you so much, man.
Church's Chicken got bad chicken, but
good. Yeah, they do got some good chicken. Yeah.
No, you bad chicken.
Oh, you mean bad as in bad?
Yeah, like
you don't like it?
I meant good as in good. Yeah.
I really can't do Church's Chicken.
Yeah. Who you rock with then on chicken?
Popeyes.
Okay, can't hit on that.
Yeah. Let me see. Vincent said this topic is going to be all over the internet podcast. No, it's not. I don't think it. I don't think that it would be, because I don't see people really comprehending what I'm saying right now. Vincent, but I guess what I'm trying to really say is that the message is for younger people. You know, you live in this participation trophy, I play video games all day generation, and a lot of people don't know their place in life. And the thing is that we knew our place in the 90s when I was a kid. If you sucked at a sport, you had coaches that would say, you suck, man. You lost, man. Yeah, you don't even have that anymore. So you don't even know if you are a bad athlete right now in this generation a lot of times. Flex, when I was teaching at a charter school many years ago, I think it was like 2011, my fraternity brother, he's an older guy. He was the principal there. I started a chess club there. I think I told you the story. I started a chess club. I bought pizza for the winners. The assistant principal, she brings her dingbat ass in there and says, "Oh, Mr. Chaotic." And guys, by the way, my name isn't Chaotic in real life. She said, "Oh, Mr. Chaotic, why are these kids eating and the other kids aren't?" Well, I said, "Oh, these kids won at the chess tournament, the little chess thing I did." Well, she said, "Well, that's not fair to the other kids." I said, "It's not fair to the other kids. It's not fair to give the kids equal pizza if they lost. That whole thing about winning is to win and get rewarded or awarded, whatever." And so now you're going to have a generation of kids thinking that they've won just because they exist. And that's what I'm trying to say here. That's
You know what you should have done? You know what the mistake is? Because my teacher in 5th grade, her name was Miss Harden, and she had like a homework chart. And the top 5 finishers on the homework chart got a pizza party. So what you probably should have done was, you know how like they have a recess? When the kids go out on recess, you keep the students that win inside. And you let them have their pizza while the other kids are out, because they're gonna feel some type of way if they're up there eating pizza and they're not. And so that's probably what that was.
No, what he should have did was gave all the other kids that didn't win cheese pizzas, and then give the people that did win meat lovers.
Maybe so. Let me see here, man. AJ Max or AJ Matrix says chicken look like dinosaur bones. Okay. Considering the fact that a chicken is a dinosaur, birds are dinosaurs, but black birds. You didn't know birds are dinosaurs, E?
I knew that birds descended from dinosaurs.
Scientists have proclaimed that birds are dinosaurs. You can look it up. It ain't me just talking. Let's see here. Do you think what? Oh, let me see. Lindora says, "Thank you, CT. We could have guessed that wasn't your real name, but appreciate the hit anyway." What's up, Barnabas? What say you about the topic, sir? Were you? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is like red pill stuff, all right?
No, it's not. It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's more black.
Come on, bro.
We're not about to
It's
let
the manosphere now.
It's black pill.
You're drifting to the manosphere now.
Okay.
Is that what's up?
Go ahead, Barnabas, man. You got the floor, man. Go ahead.
I mean, I can't disagree with what you're saying, but you kind of like crushing my hope. Like, man, yeah, I know I'm quote unquote average at best, but I want to transcend to a higher level. Oh, I'm below average at best? Why you give me the dirty look?
Trust me, man. With the way you look, you could study calculus all day long. Go ahead, sir.
God damn. I can't get average on a good day?
I mean, listen.
Come on,
man.
where are the ladies in the chat?
I mean,
let's ask them.
Here goes the thing. You got Bradley Cooper and you got Danny DeVito. You fall somewhere by the Danny DeVito side. No,
man.
Barnabas, I got you, bro. I got you, Barnabas. Barnabas, are those are electric guitars in your background, right? You play electric guitar?
Yeah.
All right, so that is your way. That is your way. Yep. Women love guys that can play instruments, and if you can play the guitar, you win the game.
I play the skin flute really good, but what about my looks? Are they really that bad?
Barnabas.
Hold on, let me get this camera so I can see myself. What's up?
You know who Flavor Flav
I ain't no Flavor Flav. And speaking of fried chicken, he had a fried chicken joint in Las Vegas at one point.
The only reason why Flavor Flav had a whole bunch of bitches fighting over him is because he played instruments and he was a musician and super talented. If Flavor Flav collected tickets at the
am I getting some traction in the chat? Barnabas is awesome. That's a dude.
If Flavor Flav was the person who collected tickets on the toll booth, and he was just a weird guy, man. No, he cannot. We gotta admit, he was an ugly dude, and somebody in Flavor Flav's life encouraged him to play an instrument. I would assume it was an uncle or somebody.
Don't mute me. No, I'm gonna. You're gonna say
who didn't want to say nothing and who encouraged him to play an instrument. That's why I say if you are a father, no offense to anybody, if you are a cousin, an uncle, and you see some girl in your family who, she's overweight by a lot, or she's not that attractive, encourage her to be like, sweetheart, maybe you should go into the sciences, or I want to be a model. You should probably encourage her to go into the sciences or something. What say you, Barnabas? You keep cutting me off. Go ahead, man.
I ain't cutting you off. You say I got the looks of Flavor Flav. I mean, good Lord. You just like chopping my knees out from underneath me. Yeah, I mean, fat girls are getting it twisted, but dudes usually know where they stand. I mean, that's all the truth. Some of the things you are missing, though, is what I think the Flex was missing, is you can get, even if you're me, you can get a girl on your side. I mean, but she may not be like cream of the crop, top of the heap. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree with that.
You gotta roll with that.
Hey, Barnabas, hold on for 1 second. Hey, Flex, is that the ocean behind you?
No, it's not. That's just the sky.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Barnabas. Oh, okay. I look like the okay.
Barnabas, I agree with your point, but the problem with a lot of men, and same thing with a lot of women, is that they don't understand that they qualify for a certain type of woman. You gotta, water seeks its own level, and most men and women don't know that level. They don't know they're not that guy, like Chaotic was saying, because no one tells them the truth. Women definitely don't tell other women the truth. Yeah. Men, we I think men are pretty honest with other men. Yeah. And like, we'll tell you like, hey, you know what, you need to hit the weight room, or you need to hit the gym, or you need to change your clothes or something like that. Men are pretty honest with other men. Yep. So
no, but here's the thing also you're not mentioning is, even a fat girl can get way luckier than a fat guy. Like, oh, there's a kid in the car.
I gotta go, guys. My daughter is bugging me. It's about that time.
I bore you?
Have a good one.
I'm ugly like Flavor Flav. I'm sorry to scare you off, Mr. E TV.
Say my name, man.
Say my name. Say my name.
Oh my God.
Shady ain't calling me ETV. Why the sudden change? I ain't saying that name. I'm gonna get arrested. All right, now Flex is what we rated G now. Flex. How can I say this nicely? I'll say this nicely. A woman who's not that good looking can more frequently get a date with a good looking guy, a quick date.
Yeah, because guys will date.
But they get it twisted. But how often does that happen for like a dude that's overweight? Not too much, man. Maybe like a girl after a divorce might, do some crazy stuff. But that's not it.
A girl after drinks.
Well, I mean, that's getting into a category. No, I'm not gonna say that, but no,
it works both ways.
Well, sure, but the woman, you know what I'm saying. And these women, they think that, ooh, I pulled this man, so I'm good. I'm up there. I'm on his level. No, you're not on his level. You're just a part-time lover, in the words of Stevie Wonder. That's it.
Well, I mean, I think the big mistake that women make is that a guy that is willing to be intimate with you is not necessarily a guy that's willing to be in a relationship with you. And guys will compromise looks based upon, all right, this is one night, one time, it's late, I don't gotta deal with you tomorrow, let's do it. A girl will take that and be like, oh, this guy did this, he brought me home, we might have a future. The guy's not gonna think like that. Guys don't think like that at all, but women will take that and think because they got that type of guy on one night, they landed maybe a guy that was probably above their level. Now they'll set that as the new bar when that guy was never going to take that kind of woman serious. They might call you every now and then because no one else is picking up the phone. They need some action, and that's how they get it. But they're never going to take you serious. But the woman on the other side of that, she doesn't feel like that.
Now, back to that. Can you go back to what you put up on the screen there, CT? You had some, I think it was Nicole. Oh, average girls hardly get hot dudes.
Okay, let me see.
I'm not saying it's often, but they get them from time to time. Often. And when they get them, you may not know about it, right? Because they don't get them hot dudes out in public on the red carpet at the nice, restaurant. It's just like a quick meetup, a couple of hours.
Even with the average girl, what is she doing for the dude?
Whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Scratching his back, cooking food, anything in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Come on.
Guys, but Barnabas
is probably got friends. She's bringing friends too, probably. Good. Yeah. Definite.
Guys know if they go down in looks that they can strike it big. Like if a guy that knows that they're attractive is dating a woman that's not on par, they'll know that they can ask that woman for money. They know that that woman will let them use his car, let her borrow the car. They'll get food consistently because they know that women like that are not used to dealing with men like that, and they know it, and they'll take full advantage until they can move on to whatever they want to move on to. But the woman on the opposite end, she won't see that this guy is just running game and playing games. But men are opportunistic.
I think that's why some guys like big girls, man. Like, I don't think they really like big girls, but then like maybe they get one that treats them really nice, and then it like tricks their brain and thinking, oh, all big girls treat them that nice, and maybe they do, and then it's like, hey, I mean, it's like it's a balancing act, right? Yeah, I want a dime, I can't get one, but
do you think men like big girls because they can't afford super hot, thin women?
Look, people are weird, so I think there are some people out there that are attracted to big girls, right? Hey,
name me an actor. Name me an actor, black or white.
No. I'm saying people like weird things. I've seen it on the internet. Okay, so if they like that stuff, certainly like big girls. But no, is it people overall?
Is it people who like weird things, or just the fact that most people are poor and can't afford a model, a woman who looks like a damn model?
I don't think that's true. Hey, CT, I gotta call you out on this.
Yo,
I see plenty of guys that look like you that are with 300-pound white women.
That's what
I don't know why. I see it all the time, dude.
I'm gonna tell you why. Now, I had talked about this earlier. Now, I don't consider myself ugly at all. Now,
it's not for you to decide.
That is true. Now, I will admit a lot of short dudes are with fat white women, and it's because they have settled for less. They are not working on themselves. They're not working on themselves to the point where they have dedicated time to build themselves up to the point where they don't have to be with a fat white woman. If they were, you can't find me a well-to-do short black guy with a fat white woman. I just never seen it. I've never seen it. Now, if you guys can tell me, please let me know. But I feel like a short black dude, or whatever, if he's worked hard and he's made enough money, he's gonna get with the best. He's not gonna get a short, fat white woman.
Look, they don't settle for less. They get what they can afford,
or get what they can afford. Yeah,
settling that would imply that they're getting something beneath them. But if they're already just on the level, that's the level. But I don't know what I was gonna say. No, I mean,
Dynamite says CT looks like Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart looks better than CT's, and I'm not just saying that because you call me Flavor Flav. That's just the facts.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree that Kevin Hart looks better than CT.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I'm saying, I keep saying it. If Kevin Hart was a janitor, no offense,
he ain't ugly.
Janitor out there.
Kevin Hart's not ugly.
No offense,
he's not, and he hits the gym too. He got a good body.
The thing is, Kevin Hart has to hit the gym. He cannot just exist. If he just existed, I'm telling you, he wouldn't be with that woman he's with right now. He would be with a fat white woman, like you said.
No, you saw his wife before.
Exactly. That's before he had the money, right? Go ahead, Barnabas.
I'm just seeing if there's any girls in the chat that like me. Hit me up, Barnabas Jams, Instagram. Slide into my DMs. I'm in Baltimore. CT is cute. See, I got nothing but hate on your channel, CT. You ain't got no women for me here. You call me Flavor Flav.
There's a few women in
you got all the women saying you better than Kevin Hart. Your bank account's bigger than Kevin Hart.
I don't know
they
about
all drooling over flex. Yeah, I got nothing but the scraps. I'm the beta. I've been reserved for beta male status.
I gotta tell you, like I told my other white friends that I've had when I was a little bit younger. You are a white man. Go and get you a button-up shirt, a blazer like CT. Go to a lounge, bring your guitar with you, and start playing. And put a little tip cup out, and you'll be all right. You'll win. At the end of the night, you will win. You already halfway there, man. If you're not getting it, it's because you're being lazy. You got a beanie on. Why do you have a beanie on? We don't know why.
I'm bald, man. I got a big ugly head. I gotta hide that thing.
No, I mean, you know what? No, look, just line up the beard, dye it a little bit, throw on a blazer. You good? Just get the.
Where should I buy the blazer at?
You good, bro?
No says, I've said that earlier. I've never seen anything like this before. Men openly rating other men for hours and hours. See, and this is what you don't understand. No. What I'm doing is divine. A lot of younger dudes are incels now. And I'm trying to prevent the next mass shooting, the next school shooting. I'm trying to prevent the next domestic abuse situation with a man, with a woman, or men and women. I know why I understand and know why these things are happening. I know why an incel exists. I know why mass shootings happen. These participation trophy, video game all day playing, never going outside with a pen and notepad, don't get no females, are growing up in a coddled environment where they are not being told the truth about themselves. And so when reality actually hits them, it's a shock. It's shocking. It's shocking to know that, Johnny, you messed up at work. You're a douchebag. Clean out your desk. Get the F out the office. Get the F out the office. See, but all his life, he's been getting A's and B's at public, regular schools. He passed along. But when he gets into the real world and his employer says, you messed up, Johnny. Clean out your desk. You're a loser. It's shocking to hear that for the first time. My mom and dad never called me a loser. My teachers never called me a loser. I'm not a loser. That's what happens. That's what happens.
CT, to back you up. Remember the manager at Walmart who shot those people?
Yep.
The Walmart, he left a note and he said he just wanted to be in a relationship. He just wanted a woman to love. And he knew that he was most likely never going to get that. And it made him mad, and he brought a gun to work, and he started letting off on people. And that's exactly what we're trying to prevent. What we're trying to prevent. Beauty is a talent. It's genetic. We all know there's things that you can do. Hard work beats talent, but someone with talent that works hard is unbeatable. But most people are a little bit in between. So there's always ways there's always things you can do to improve your look. There's always things you can do. You just can't be lazy. Can't be afraid to fail.
And you're absolutely right. I want to show you guys something real quick. Do you guys remember the Bagel Boss guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Let me show you guys something in the chat.
I hope he's okay. He's not in prison, is he? Did he do something crazy?
Feet on dating sites, you should be dead. That's okay.
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Get it.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Yeah. Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss.
Get him, Bagel Boss.
Dude, you want to step outside?
Kick his ass, Bagel Boss.
Huh? I'm not scared, pal. I'm not. You shut up, too. No, go ahead and attack me, big.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just wanted bagels. I recorded the whole thing. Absolutely.
Oh, and a guy three times my size. That's okay. What happened? What I'm sorry. You know what? Fuck this fucking breakfast. You think that's You think that's funny? All you women drink shit like shit. Oh yeah. Yeah. You want to go. No, you women need to stop being so fucked up.
That's how I feel when people talk about me being bald. Get him, Bagel Boss. Get him.
No, the reason why I played that video is because it's not for you guys. It's not for you millennials, you Gen Xers. It's for younger people. I know the story of this guy. I don't know him personally, but I know the story. He never got over the fact that he was short. Never got over it. So all his life, anything that happens to him is because I'm short. It's because I'm short. No, it's because you've never cultivated a personality other than identifying with being short. You think that could have happened to Joe Pesci, Barnabas? Hell no. I heard that Joe Pesci was really that dude in real life before he got real old. Pesci was about 5 foot, 5'1".
Pesci ain't that short.
Pesci's 5'1", 5'2". But you think Pesci's walking around with this short man complex? No. He developed his character. He developed a certain persona about himself. That
Yeah,
little
but he
guy
had
right
to.
there- I'm sorry. What'd you say, Flex?
He had to. You can't really use him because he has a super talent,
He
and that's the
really well
people you
that too.
can't.
He has a super talent too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a super talent. So
Yeah.
the people that you're talking to aren't the people that are gonna have that kind of super talent to just
Yeah.
balance off being 5'2". You can say the same thing about Prince. Prince is super talented. He
Yeah.
could be 5'2", 5'3".
Yeah.
But most people aren't. They're not gonna be able to sing like Prince. They're not gonna be able to act like, you know.
Yeah,
But-
hold up. On that note, this is what I hate, CT. Winners like you just don't know what it's like. Don't know what it's like to be a loser. You're just like, just develop your personality.
No,
Come
sir,
on, there's many good things in you. You're like Joe Rogan. Just work a little harder. Go to the gym. You'll get a great body in no time. All you got to do is do A, B, and C, and your life will be perfect. But you don't understand the mind of a loser. You're trapped. You're stuck in it. You can't get out. It's like quicksand for losers. It's incel sand. It's hard to get out. You get stuck.
Sir, you're incorrect. You're incorrect. When I was 11, 12 years old, when I was out playing basketball in the backyard, my dad came to me and said, listen, you might not be tall. And there's only a few hundred players in the NBA at any given time. You're not going to go to the NBA. Was I hurt? Yeah. What? Why he say that? I'm going to be 6'5". He said, no, you're not even, you're short now. And it was those character building words that allowed me to say, you know what? Instead of being out here wasting 45 minutes to an hour playing basketball at the school, let me use this hour block to study a little bit more. And that's what I did. So Barnabas, yes, that's what kids need. They need to be told facts in life. Just like with
that's
the
truth.
girl.
Yes, that is the truth. That is the truth. That we agree on.
I've lost, sir. I've lost. Sir, the gym teachers, my coaches, you lost, chaotic.
Dude, whoop-de-doo. You didn't make it to the NBA. Poor old bagel boss. I mean, people are joking on him because let's face it,
you know why people are joking on him?
He looks peculiar. That's
they're joking on him because of his attitude.
Exactly.
His attitude.
He didn't have an attitude until they gave it to him.
You mentioned Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci, but a worse off actor is the guy who played the Penguin.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito became a megastar in the mid 80s on through the mid 90s.
He's still doing commercials today.
Yeah, and he's on what was that other TV show he was on?
Taxi.
Recently? Thank you. So the man is a genius when it comes to his ability to act and to emote and to get his point across. But if you look at him, man, he lost the genetic lottery. He's a dwarf. He has no neck. He's balding. Yeah, I mean, but it didn't stop him. He's a multimillionaire, and he had all types of women because of his status, and he built himself that way. Now
Danny DeVito's knocking him down.
He wasn't knocking him down. Danny DeVito was knocking him down, especially after Twins.
He married that woman from Cheers.
Like 2 weeks. Once at 2 in the morning in Farmingdale
They had
at a gas station. And now here. I come in here to get a coffee and to get a donut. It's May 5th, 2019 at
no respect. Puts his bagel right on the counter.
And this jackass right here asks me, what is my height? Now, what do you got to say about that? I come in here I give you guys a lot of business, right? A lot of business. I just get, whoa, hold on a minute. I just bring this to the counter, right? To pay for my shit. You don't say hi, how you doing? The first thing out of your mouth is what's my height? Where are you from? What country are you from?
Okay, boss.
What country are you from?
Okay, I am sorry.
I don't believe you, fuck.
Walks
I don't
around
believe
getting
you,
disrespected left and right.
And sorry.
Tough,
what country are you from? How do you like me asking you a question like that? You don't like it, do you?
Get him, bagel boss. Get him.
I'm 5 feet tall, 4'11". There you go. Now what? Now what do you get out of the answer? What are you trying to cut?
Rise up.
I don't want to play the rest of it, but see, the problem with that is that, again, I keep saying it, he is not tall enough or good looking enough to behave in such a manner. Now he's just an obnoxious little midget.
Let me say this.
That word has been canceled,
Barnabas,
by the way.
Barnabas is kind of correct because society created this guy. When you are, and this is why I treat everybody the same. I treat ugly girls, pretty girls, big girls, small girls, men, women. I treat everybody the same. I give everybody the same common courtesy and everybody the same respect because I know that when people get treated a certain way, in a negative way, and they keep getting it, they keep getting it, they start to snap. It's just like I was telling you about the Will Smith thing. Now this is that in a different setting. He's tired of the world telling him like, listen, you're short, you have no value, get out of my face, I don't want to talk to you, why are you here? I pretty much don't even want your money. I'm just gonna put up with you. And he can see it on people's faces. He can see it on their face, like, you know what? This person is only tolerating me. He can see it on their face. So of course, after decades of dealing with that, he's developed this type of personality to where now he's really intolerable.
Yeah.
But that's not all his fault. I mean, I don't go up to people and ask them what their height is, no matter how. Maybe if they're like 7 foot, I might go, dude, I'll tell you, I'm like 6'8", 6'9". Oh, okay.
Look,
but they
tall
don't
people
care.
don't like that either, honestly, because they've been getting their whole life. I know a tall person. Just stop it, dude, because they make you off and you're like Bagel Boss. It's a public service announcement. Stop asking tall people how tall they are. They're just tall. That's it.
Yeah.
So I think society plays a role in creating these kind of people, and they don't have enough resources to deal with it.
But the problem with Bagel Boss guy is that, you know, I'm short too. I'm not 5 foot. I'm way taller.
He's walking around with a chip on his shoulder.
Exactly. And the thing is that he never had somebody like myself to say, you're a midget, but this is what you need to do to be master and commander everywhere you go. Absolutely. And I feel like he looks like a kid in that situation because he hasn't mastered certain a level of wit, right? Like Kevin Hart could go in there and he could turn that situation into some comedy where he's clowning the cashiers and the cashiers are looking stupid. But this guy never developed that because nobody's ever told him the truth. Like, dude, you can't go around life with this chip on your shoulder at 5 foot. You're gonna look like a 12-year-old throwing a temper tantrum.
I don't think that you can keep using celebrities as a way to turn around a situation because those people are super. You can't. It's
but that's
comedy
not.
is hard
Listen,
enough.
there was a guy. I knew guys in high school. I knew guys in college. There was this dude named Fumi. Fumi, I can only assume was freaking Nigerian. Okay, he was Kappa Alpha Psi. Okay, this guy, you get chopped up doing that, aren't you? Anyway, he was Kappa Alpha Psi. This guy was so short. This dude had to be 5'3", 5'3", but he was a firecracker, man. Just a fire. And girls were fawning all over him. He wasn't handsome. You know, particularly, the guy didn't have any redeemable features about his, you know, his face or anything like that from what I could see. But they were fawning on him, man. You know, the girls going, hey, you know, all types of stuff like that, dude. Look, point is, he built himself up, had a strong personality, was not going to allow himself to be downtrodden because of his height, and he succeeded. Now he's dead now. I don't know. He died of some disease, but of some genetic disease. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he's a cool guy. And nobody made fun of him.
Exactly.
And he's a nobody. He's a nobody.
And I've seen that in my life too. Yep. Perry Unlucky with the $5 super chat says, looks are like credit approval. You already know if you qualify. If you get approved and you shouldn't, and if you get approved and you shouldn't, the interest rate is bogus, in my opinion. I'm sorry, such as she is doing you dirty. Okay. Anybody want to broach this super chat?
Yeah, I think he's exactly right. Whenever people make or a woman makes an exception for you, you know that there's something going on. You might be in a rotation. You know, you might be the food guy, like a lot of women like to say. you know, there's some ulterior motive other than something that's a genuine reason to connect and get to know you, to have some type of relationship. That also goes both ways too.
Yeah. Hey, Perry is absolutely right, man. I mean, it's kind of I don't know what's the term I'm looking for. It's ingrained in you. You know what I mean? Some people know what's that comedian's name? I can't remember the comedian's name from Chicago. The one who was on Chris Brown's first video. Yo, what's his name? D-Ray, DJ D-Ray. Okay. I think he's about 6'2". You know, he's about your complexion, Flex. And he got the colored eyes. You know what I mean? And his entire life, he even talks about it. He knew, you know, that he was a particularly handsome guy. He had, you know, and he even, you know, this is neither here or there, but he even had adult women when he was like 11 and 12 trying to have intercourse with him. But those are degenerates, you know. But beyond that, the point that I'm making is that even from a young age, he knew that he could go wherever he wanted and do whatever he wanted without having to work particularly hard.
Blacks. It's fun. Yeah, right. And you're right, because I talked about that earlier. I mean, I hate to say this, some of the most bland, non-funny, less personality dudes I've ever met are tall dudes. And that's no offense to anybody tall. It's just that they don't have to be. They don't have. Like, name me somebody who's really tall and a comedian.
Shaq.
That's black. That's black. That's a comedian.
Who?
Shaq is an exception. Shaq is an exception. He's all around, Shaq. But he's not really a comedian. But he's
be funny.
He is funny, and he is a bit of a
Shaq in the Fool.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I mean,
he did sponsor a lot of comedy jams and stuff like that. He did do that all through the late 90s and 2000s. He did do that. And he does have a funny bone. I'll give you that.
He has,
absolutely.
Yeah, but most of the times, no. I mean, these short. Go ahead, Blacks.
No, you're right, man. I can't think of anybody particularly off the top of my head. You know, I don't consider Will Smith funny.
I've never considered him funny.
He's about what, 6'2"?
6'2", 6'3". Yeah.
And let's be honest.
He wasn't funny on Fresh Prince?
Come on, we know.
No,
he was
I
funny
can't
on Fresh Prince.
We're remembering that through rose-colored glasses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we may have come up watching
reruns of that shit at all.
Yeah, me either. But I'm saying people may have a good remembrance of it because that's what they came up with. But Fresh Prince, the people who were funny on that show was Carlton.
Carlton was funny.
Okay,
Jeffrey was super.
Jeffrey was hilarious.
One-liners. Yeah.
Even DJ Jazz was funny because he played like he was stupid. But Will,
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
And I did a video on it. I knew that Will Smith was gonna get an Oscar for playing Venus's King Richard.
Yeah, we all know that.
Other than that, I never liked him as an actor. I thought he was trash in Independence Day.
Well,
Welcome to Earth. Come on, man. That was so. Yeah.
You didn't like I Am Legend.
I don't.
I am Legend.
I think I could have played the same part. I think the only reason why
I agree with you.
I think the only reason why he sold those movies was because of the way he looked and his stardom in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't think Don Cheadle could have done I Am Legend, and Don Cheadle's a better actor.
I think Don Cheadle could have done a better job at I Am Legend. And I Am Legend. I Am Legend. It was about the writing, specifically. The writing was very good in I Am Legend.
But the reason why I think Don Cheadle, and this goes back to Chaotic's original point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I mean, Will Smith would probably, to most women, be considered more attractive. 90% of that movie had the camera directly on Will Smith. That's it. It was him being secluded by himself. I don't know if you can ask an audience to pay attention to one man 90% of the time in the theater if that person is not attractive. So in that way, I think you would have to have somebody like him play that kind of role.
I said it. Correct. Yep.
But no. What's that? No Country for Old Men. The Hitman. I'd say during the movie, 60% of the time we were on him. He's not particularly handsome. Or how about?
But he looks sinister, man. He's scary. He got that
Yeah.
big face. I don't even know what the heck that guy is.
Yeah, but then they had him play a leading role in that singing crocodile movie on Netflix that my children love. So I'm saying, like I said, it's more the acting will carry you, you know. And let's not forget that Denzel Washington wasn't a handsome man before he fixed his teeth. He talks about that all the time.
I don't even remember him before he fixed it. Was it before Glory?
He wasn't in the movies. You know,
okay.
He had to get his teeth. He talks about how his teeth were jacked up, man, torn up. But then he got braces and he was on. You know, and he started acting, and it's all she wrote. Now he's one of the greatest actors who ever lived.
Absolutely. So what tools do you give to a guy that is the type of person? Let's say this person's 18 years old. They're getting ready to graduate. They're getting ready to go into the world. What are the top 3 things you tell this naturally unattractive man to do to get himself ready for the world that his parents have not told him?
Number 1, in my opinion, is to absolutely fall in love with whatever hobby you're doing, whether it's, you know, you're learning in a hobby that obviously leads to money. So whether you are going into carpentry, plumbing, be the best at it, fall in love with it, immerse yourself in books, videos, just be the best at it. Number 2, don't get distracted by anybody, because the more you fall in love with anything, people, you know, I would tell them a woman will find you more attractive that you're not paying her no attention. And number 3, definitely work out if you're not attractive. If you're an ugly dude, work out. Yeah, if you're an ugly dude, but basically fall in love, immerse yourself. And number 2 really means go off the grid. A lot of times when you're ugly, when you start coming around, people rock with you for about 10, 15 minutes. But after a while, man, that ugly nigga's still here. You want to kind of go off the grid, because when you come back, when you reintroduce yourself to society, it's like, man, that dude. You want people to say, man, I want to know what he's doing. I want to know what he's getting. I'm telling you, man, that's what I would tell an 18-year-old boy. Get off the grid. Don't be around people, because the uglier you are, anything that goes down, you have a target on your back because you're ugly. So, I don't know. Let's say, for example, something comes up missing. Let me see. Okay, so are we talking about a kid going to college, right, Flex?
Yes.
Okay, perfect example. Let's use the example of using food cards or whatever. Something that a lot of people don't know, but in college, a lot of dudes do this. Flex, you said that you could successfully ask women that you know, but if you're an ugly dude, eventually you asking is going to turn into, oh, that ugly nigga is a beggar. He ugly. He always coming around for food. All the while, the football team does it, the basketball team does it, the Greeks do it. All the while they do it, nobody talks about them. But when you do it as an ugly dude, they're gonna talk about you
like a dog.
If you, I don't know. Let's say you fall out with a chick, right? It could be an ugly chick. They're gonna dog you into oblivion. That's why I say, if you're 18-year-old and you're ugly, just immerse yourself into yourself, and then present yourself to the world. When you are winning, it may take 5 years, it may take 10 damn years, but I'm telling you, man, when you're ugly, when you give your opinion, when you're at work and you are in a meeting, Blacks, I was talking about this too. When you're at work, when you're ugly, you can't mess up. You mess up on some paperwork, the T ain't crossed, the I ain't dotted. Oh, they want to have all the meetings with you. Yeah, but if you're a pretty female or a good looking dude, they give you have all types of margin of error. You have all types of margin. But when you're ugly, Mr. Ugly Dude, we need you to come into the office real quick. Yeah, so on that 125 page document, you messed up on page 76 right here. You got to get it together. See, and that's why I think 18-year-old kid, if you're an ugly 18-year-old, make your own business. Do your own shit. Because it's a target on your back because you look like Marmaduke in the face. You look like Flavor Flav. So unless and really at the workplace, nobody is there to like you. Truth be told, you ain't supposed to like people at work. So a good-looking chick can cry. She can go into. How many women do you guys know at your jobs, on a panel and in the chat, they've gone to the bathroom and cried for 2 hours? You as a man can't do it, especially you as an ugly dude. You can't go to your car
unless you're gay.
Right, I need 10 minutes to myself. Imagine this: you an ugly dude, and you tell your manager, "Hey man, I need 10 minutes to chill, man." They're gonna be like, "Get your ugly ass back on the floor. Who are you? You're ugly." So the thing is,
you like you're crazy.
As an 18-year-old ugly dude, if you're listening, you've lost in terms of your attractiveness. You're ugly, but allow that to teach you to cultivate other avenues. So just focus on yourself. You're ugly anyway. Just focus on yourself.
I would say the first thing you should do is make sure you have impeccable hygiene. Take showers, keep yourself lined up, make sure your clothes are clean, make sure you smell good.
Flex, that's so right.
The second thing you need to do is go to the gym and work out and make sure you're eating right. The third thing you need to do is the type of person that you want to be, find that person and make friends with the type of people that you want to be.
Right.
And find out what it is they do and learn those things and adapt them into your own personality. Yep. And so that's what I would say.
I'm willing to bet if Vladimir Putin had been 6'2", he would not be the president of Russia. I'm telling you, him being short probably was an advantage. He grew up in the damn Soviet Union. That wasn't easy. No, man, can you imagine being a short Russian in the Soviet Union? Oh man, he had to be tough.
Yeah, he had to be ruthless more than
ruthless.
Tough.
Yep.
And a lot of the guys, he just beat out by sheer willpower.
Yep.
Unwilling to falter, waver, and not letting something as simple as pain or mental weakness stop him from achieving his goal.
Did you see?
Here he is.
Blacks, did you see a video of Vladimir Putin years ago? Something happened at this factory. I don't know. They didn't pay the workers. I don't know exactly the detail of it. He came to this factory, had a meeting with the board of directors. There was a billionaire who owned the company. Did you see this? You can look it up.
I've seen. I know what you're talking about.
The dude, he told everybody had to sign this document or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh boy, didn't sign it legibly. Putin said, "Hey, come here, man." This 6'4" Russian walked over to Putin like he was a little kid. That Russian, he was like, "Yes." Putin threw the pen at him. The dude signed it, and I was like, "Man, what did Putin do to garner this type of respect from all these big Russians?" And what I keep saying is, when you're short, when you're ugly, I'm telling you, man, you can be ruthless because taller people don't have to be like that. So you could be even more ruthless.
He was a
he had to have been a monster, man. I was like, what? Yeah.
And he reiterates it every time he sees someone. His presence makes it known. It's like a dog in a yard. They come in and they reassert themselves every time they come in. Piss everywhere.
Yeah.
Nip at people's toes.
Yeah.
Get in the bowl.
Yeah.
She said, "How you know all this?"
I mean, well, imperfect women of God, men, we're supposed to know a little bit of geopolitics, a little bit what's happening.
Yeah, just a little.
I don't know a lot, but I know that much. You got to watch that video. he threw that pen at that billionaire and said, "Hey man, sign this." Like he threw it at him like he was a kid. Like, "Hey man, sign this, man. Don't talk to me."
What are you doing?
No, the best part was he demanded to get his pen back.
Oh yeah, the guy.
What?
You know, like you know how like so people
He's
that
like,
you know like
"Give
sometimes
me
you
my
forget
pen."
to give somebody the pen back. Putin stopped the meeting and said, "Hey man, give my pen back." I was like, "Oh my god!" So the dude
what are those pens?
back
LeBlanc, probably.
He was like, "Here you go."
Yeah, I'm telling you, you know that was a power move.
Yeah.
Just to humiliate him.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Bob with the $5 super chat says most dictators are short except for Saddam and Castro. I didn't know Saddam Hussein was 6'2", but all the Russian dictators were under 5'4". Ooh, yeah.
Hey, Mussolini, you know,
Italian. Yeah.
Hitler, Stalin, Lenin, Pol Pot, Kim Jong-il.
Because they develop a certain level of ruthlessness that
they did.
It's not cultivated in somebody who's taller. Because remember, somebody taller.
Now,
yeah.
My goodness, Ho Chi Minh.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's so many. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were not very robust, tall men. They were like they were just murderous.
What say you, Barnabas, to that? Those are your fellow whites. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Putin is the most powerful man on the planet right now. Would you agree or disagree? He can single-handedly launch nukes and do anything he wants, as far as I'm concerned. I think.
I agree.
I would agree.
And Stalin was probably the most powerful man the world has ever seen. I think.
Yeah.
You think Stalin was?
He could start a war and do anything he wanted. Do you disagree? Who else could do that? Even in America, you get pushback.
Mao.
I mean, I guess, but Mao doesn't flex outside of China.
That's true. Very true. So yeah, you know what? I
just got to deal with the Japanese invading his territory.
I will concede to your point.
But I guess back to the looks thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, kind of all over the place, but sometimes when I'm feeling myself and I'm feeling like I'm transcending to a higher level of looks, I'm like, and then I try to roll with the big dogs. I try to do what they do. That's when I usually get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of
what do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. What do you mean?
You ever just sometimes you get in the good, you're just feeling yourself. Sometimes you're like,
no. What is rolling with the? What is rolling with the big dogs?
Rolling with the big dogs, like when you see somebody do something,
okay,
like a big dog, like a powerful person, like a rich person, like a good-looking dude, and you're like, I want to be like that. And then when you get an opportunity to try to like emulate that, and you try it, that's when I get into trouble. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you see this good-looking guy, he'll go talk to some girls, and you'll be like, it just looks so easy because he's so good at it. And then you think to yourself, yeah, I can do that too. And maybe you go up and talk to him. You're feeling yourself. You think you're transcending to a higher level. And then sometimes you get in trouble. You get smacked back down to size.
Are you pretending? Or are you just walking in your power?
Well, it's confusing. Sometimes I feel like when I'm feeling myself, I feel like I'm walking in my power. But then quickly, from time to time, I realize maybe I am just a pretender. Maybe I am just a poser. And it hurts. It hurts to go back down to where I quote unquote belong, as CT would say. I want to reach a higher level.
So I'm just saying, I asked that question because in a certain sense, I understand what you're saying. But then I ask, where are you going? You know, are you going to, I don't know, a place where there's imminent danger afoot? Or are you just parlaying with some people who have resources?
It could be anything. It could be at work. You could,
because I'm just saying,
do like a bold move at work.
Guy. Like, you know, Barnabas, you are a damn Marxist and I don't know, you're a Marxist. Can I go ahead?
I just want to say this real quick. We've talked about this before too, Blacks.
Yeah.
Think about women in positions of power, like women who are superintendents, deans of colleges. We know that they're not models.
And there you go.
And I feel like that's what. I mean, granted, I don't feel like they should be in those positions because I'm a misogynist to a degree. But a Cori Bush, right? A Cori Bush is a complete imbecile. She is really stupid. But she is more powerful than most women in the country.
It's insanity.
It's insanity. A woman who is literally...
She is so stupid.
She is really a stupid woman. Like,
she's the definition
but
of
what I'm
stupid.
saying, right. But what I'm saying, right. And so I feel like that is what someone who is not attractive can end up doing. A pretty girl ain't running for Congress. Name one.
True. That's not true.
Name one.
The girl from Colorado Rifle. She's pretty. She's crazy too. What's her face?
Who are you talking about?
There's a town in Colorado that I live next to called Rifle, and she has a bar called Shooters, which I've been to back in the day. And her name is. She's crazy. She's short, beautiful.
She's in Congress right now.
Yeah.
Look her up for me real quick. Look her up. Let's look her up. I think I know who you're talking about. Look her up.
Look, I'm not gonna go so far as to say there are not pretty women who run for Congress or the Senate or for office, but I will say they are few and far in between.
Exactly.
The majority of them, I always say you have to be a narcissist to run for office. And the majority of the women or men that I see running for office fit that bill, because when you go down when you run the gambit of those people and the crimes they've committed before they've entered office and the crimes they've committed after they've entered office that are, or things that can be considered a crime, they're self-serving in every sense of the word. None of them serve people. So absolutely. But when I look at a lineup and I see the women who have joined Congress or the Senate or any of those positions running for a judge or anything, they're not particularly good looking.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, just intuitively within my DNA, if I see an ugly woman in a position of power, or an ugly person in any position of power, I'm automatically like, well, you know how they didn't get there? They didn't get there on their looks, so I automatically like maybe respect them right off the bat. I don't know.
Let me read the super chat real quick. S_PA_CES says, if ugly men don't need any characteristics about them to make them appealing to women, explain Biggie, Jay-Z, and Michael Blackson. Okay, I'm trying to read this again. What is okay? Let me interpret.
He said, if ugly men don't need other characteristics about them to make them appealing to women, explain Biggie, rest in peace, Jay-Z, and Michael Blackson, etc. Exactly. So are you saying that they had redeemable characteristics that gave them the ability to pull beautiful women? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I think I understand what he's saying, or her, or it, or whatever this person is. But I'm not saying.
No, I mean, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, you got the floor, Barnabas. Go ahead.
Yeah, of course they do have other characteristics. That's why they're top dog. But back to what you're saying about congressmen and whatever. Yeah, you know, most of them maybe not the best in looks department, but as far as top 10 looks, just off the top of my head, kind of unrelated. Her name is Boebert. She looks like a young Alaskan governor. What's her face? Yeah, she's an attractive woman. And AOC, dude, AOC's pretty. And you say it. And also, hey, you're not gonna like this, but that Muslim woman from Minnesota, she's actually really pretty.
I'll get you up out of here if you say Omar.
What's her face?
Omar Hill.
She's pretty.
What?
She's pretty.
No,
I don't care.
Ilhan Omar.
She's very attractive. She is very attractive.
Okay, Barnabas. Okay, you're smoking DMT right now.
It would be White who says that.
You're just confusing. I can separate my mind. Okay, I can see the light.
Barnabas. First of all, I don't want anybody 19 or 20 to take this seriously right now. What you just said. Nobody ever took Sarah Palin serious in the first place. And I would argue it was because of her looks. Because pretty women aren't to, because she was too damn pretty to be the governor in the first place. Now the people elected her, yada yada yada. But you don't really get a lot of pretty women who are in politics.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
But I get what you're saying. though. But Omar Ilhan, whatever her name is, no way.
She's pretty. She's pretty.
She's all right. I mean, maybe it's because I don't like Somalis. Sorry if you're Somali in the chat. I apologize.
Nobody
likes. She's like a Barbie doll and dress her any way you want. Dude, she has feminine features. She's thin, I think. She's got a cute face.
Oh, please.
I'm telling you, man, she's pretty. You don't have to like it.
It's all right. You
don't know what she's rocking under that hijab.
Oh, come on.
What?
Come on.
Well, she was good enough to steal that white man from his white wife.
Damn it, I can't see it. Trust me, she's good looking. Anyways. All right.
Let me see her. Let me see her again. Let me look at her.
Yeah, pull up a picture. She's beautiful. She got great skin too.
What about Cori Bush?
Let me see who that is. She's a little heavy, ain't she? She's a little heavy. Check her out. I mean, she's all right. I mean,
ladies, would you like to call in, ladies? I thought a lot of ladies would call in. I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity to give your opinion about men. I mean,
specifically me would be best.
If you are also a
any ladies want to go,
if you're a divestor, Barnabas is white. If you want to divest, yeah.
If there's any ladies that want to go one-on-one on the panel, maybe we could play some music and chat it up, talk about intersectional sexual dynamics between men and women in the modern era. And
I want to read this comment real quick. Shea Butter Beauty says, CT, are you giving these men advice on getting in shape? No. My mission today was to speak to the next group of kids coming out of high school and college, particularly kids 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I am literally trying to prevent the next mass shooting, the next school shooting. We have a lot of incels in America, Shea Butter Beauty. And what I'm trying to, or the message that I'm trying to convey is that you have to start telling these young boys up front that they're ugly. And it's not necessarily that you are attacking their physical appearance, is that you are being truthful up front about their existence. And what I'm saying is that, for example, if you have a kid who's 5 foot tall, 244 pounds, and he says, Mom, Dad, I want to be a marathon runner. You as a parent should not sugarcoat because of this woke environment or woke paradigm that we are in. You need to be brutal and upfront like I've been for the last 3 hours. You need to tell your kids, you're fat, Johnny. You can't do that. You need to focus on science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and then you can go to the gym. You need to focus on things like trades. That's all I was saying, Shea Butter. Go ahead, Barnabas. You get the floor. Sean says April 22nd, Tank versus Ryan Garcia. You see a kid turning into a man that's coming into his awareness and who's going to be or who's going to become or who he's going to become. Sean, I am in absolute support of Tank. But Sean, I do got to ask you a question. Do you think it's about time for Tank to move up in weight? I want to see him at welter. I don't know why.
He looks like he's about to die every time I look at him.
You think he's gonna? Oh, but yeah, Sean, what do you think? Do you think he should move up in weight? All right, guys. Well, I'm about to. Let me see. Cooking says, "Chaotic truth. Can we tell women they are ugly? Of course. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Cooking with see. Yeah. He didn't
Are
actually.
you saying can we or should we?
Obviously, we can, but we shouldn't. You can present a woman with 100% certifiable truth. If her mind's not ready for it, her mind's not ready for it.
Let me tell you something, Barnabas.
It's so far suppressed
Barnabas,
that it's like doesn't exist. You don't tell them that.
Barnabas, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
If anybody is in the Cleveland area, tell me if I'm lying. There is a gas station on 55th called the Marathon gas station. After the club, don't everybody go there? Is it the Marathon? Still haven't been there in years. I went there with my fraternity brother one night after we left the club, and it is dangerous over there, but it was still cool. So everybody goes there, shows off their cars, their clothes, hanging out. I'm wasted, but I remember it was 3 tall, beautiful black chicks that came out to the gas station. I'm drunk. I walked over to them. I said, "What's up, baby?" You know, drunk out of my mind. I'm around a whole bunch of niggas, so I'm acting like a nigga. The tallest girl in the group, who was about 5'11", said, "We don't talk to no midgets." That girl did not skip a beat in telling me what she thought. She was drunk and told me what was on her mind. So if women can be truthful like that, then I think men can be truthful. That girl said, "I don't talk to no midgets." I said, "What?" So what about that, Barnabas? Go ahead.
You can't, man. They're women. You got to put the gloves on. They can't
she
handle
called
the
me a
truth. In the
midget.
words
Wait,
of a
hold
few
on.
men.
So it was
you a man.
cool and funny when I got called
She called you a midget because she was testing you, because she saw potential in you, but you failed. It was a shit test.
What?
Yes.
She called me a midget because she doesn't talk to short dudes.
No. It was a shit test. And if you had been Kevin Hart and good with the mouthpiece, you could have come back with something witty. She actually wanted you. You're a bigger simp than me sometimes, which is shameful, honestly. That's a test. You should be like, "Oh, I may be short, but I stand on $50,000 or something like that. I may be short, but my third leg is tall." You know, some kind of funny joke. She wanted it, TT. And I don't know what it is with you and tall women. If there's any shorties out there, I'm good. Short, tall, it don't matter.
Slim is from the
You
land.
like tall women. I don't see. I don't care about them tall, short. I don't know what your obsession with tall women is.
Yeah. What seems to be the malfunction? How come you believe you can't get a woman of high yield?
Well, my track record. What did you call them? High yield? What did you say?
High yield, meaning
I don't
well
know that
to
word.
do.
Oh, well to do.
You know, of worth.
Even a blind squirrel gets a nut every now and then, but at the moment, I'm just walking around blind and trying to get my nut off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, real quick,
single.
I'm about to end it in like 25, 30 minutes. I actually want to finish it with a sports topic real quick.
Sure. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I know people.
Hold on. Is it time for me to go in on boxing? Being that guy's from Baltimore.
No, man. Like, Barnabas, take it easy.
I'm getting hype. I got something to say about boxing when you're ready.
Barnabas, did you do a bump today or something?
You got me riled up because you said I look like Flavor Flav and your
I didn't say
BLM, Bald Lives Matter.
Okay. LeBron James said that his son.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Could
is a transvestite now.
NBA players. Is that true, Blacks? You think his son could beat some NBA players right now?
I'm sure he could beat some. I don't know which ones he's talking. Maybe in the D League, but probably not even in the D League, honestly, because those guys in the D League are hungry. You know, and you remember that one 40-year-old guy who got out of the D League?
Yeah, he came in there and washed everybody for 27 points that one game.
Tore him up. You know, I don't even watch basketball, but I watched that.
Yeah. He was on fire that night. Yeah.
I mean, but he was ready. He had his opportunity. Yeah. He took it. Now, Bronny, that's his name, right? Bronny, whatever. Fuck.
He's a junior, but they call him Bronny to separate.
Bronny, thank you. Junior. Yeah. LeBron James Jr.
Yeah.
Is not particularly good from what I've seen. He can play, of course, in the AAU or whatever. And you know, like I said, he's not a spectacular player. He doesn't have a personality about him, you know, because when they hire these guys, CT, it's not just about the talent. It's just about personality. And can they put a franchise on your back or bolster the guy whose franchise its back is on? I don't believe he can beat anybody in the NBA. No. Especially not the NBA proper.
I think LeBron needs to metaphorically tell his son that he's ugly. Now, what I mean is that
it's hilarious.
He needs to tell his son and stop lying and just tell him the truth. You are not NBA ready, nor, in my opinion, NBA material. Let's be honest. He's ranked 28th right now in high school. He shouldn't even be ranked 28th. I mean, to be brutally honest, he should be ranked probably 140, 150, between that. Because what it is that you're undermining other good kids in high school right now, and you could potentially take away a draft spot from a legitimately good kid coming out of college, right, or coming out of the D League. You know, like they have him like there's an analyst who has him going at 10 to Orlando. I said, how the hell is that possible? You have him going first round, 10th pick to Orlando? How? But again, participation trophy generation, man. But we'll say, go ahead, Barnabas. We'll say you, man.
Yeah. So, just for the record, I don't have any children. So, ladies, that means no baby mamas. But there is a fine line between encouraging someone, such as a son, and letting them know that they're good, and clouding their judgment with with false hopes. And you know, LeBron James is a father, and he's trying to find that right line. And we've talked about this before. I'll mention it again. If you ever listen to Mike Tyson talk about that Customato guy, he would talk about how he grew up. Mike Tyson grew up not in a pleasant way, we'll say. Mm-hmm. And when he was with Cuss, when he was punching the bag, he'd say like, "You're a champion. You can do this." And he was building him up, and that type of talk worked. So. But the good thing about this is, if he is in the NBA, the future, hopefully, his health and God willing, hopefully he'll make it to the NBA, and hopefully he'll prove you wrong. And then that's going to kind of throw your argument out the window. I mean, but we will be able to tell. We will be able to measure his success.
His son is going to be, let's say his son does get miraculously drafted. His son will be out of the league in 2 years. And within those 2 years, he only averaged 3-4 points a game.
Okay, well, I mean,
I saw LeBron.
You don't have to rub his name in the mud. I mean,
no,
you just sound like you're hating a little bit. You failed at basketball.
Hating?
No jealousy.
I failed at basketball. I never played basketball, sir.
You told me early in the show that your coach said you ain't going to do this and that. You told me that.
Basketball for 1 year at a magnet high school. Who cares?
Well, you played basketball. You had dreams of being Bronny James. Or whatever, son.
Bronny James didn't exist when I was in
whatever. You know what I'm saying. Don't try to chop it up. You're hating a little bit. Don't wish bad upon somebody.
Sir, the kid is okay.
I don't even like basketball. Now, what's this guy's name? Bronny is his name?
He's a nepotism. First of all, his high school rank is all nepotism. He's not really a 28. He's not. There are so many kids who are better. There's kids on his team who are better than him.
I mean, okay, I don't watch basketball. I hope that guy that was on that last discussion doesn't show up because he's going to talk my head off. I'm gonna shoot myself in the head if I got to listen to him talk about that. That's like advanced level basketball.
What's up, marriage, politics, and sports? Says for the love of the game. Salute to you. Thank you so much. Should Tank go up in weight, Barnabas?
No, I got to talk about. First off, he's from Baltimore, so I'm allowed to say I get extra time.
I know.
Boxing is gross. Watching fights is disgusting.
I will admit that.
The fact that you cultivate and enjoy the attraction to violence, the fact that you want to see someone get knocked out, the fact that you want to see harm come to someone is disgusting. It is innate. It is in humans. Yeah, you can laugh all you want.
No, I'm laughing at this comment. This comment said Bryce will be 6. Oh, Bryce will be 6'10". Yeah, Bryce is tall. Yeah, he still has a kid's body. He's like 6'5" right now. So yeah, he'll be about 6'10". Go ahead, man.
Watching people fight, hoping they get knocked out is sick. Okay? And as humans, we need to take it to the next level. We need to distance ourselves from the attraction to violence, because when you cultivate the attraction to violence, it's not just going to end the boxing. It's going to be like, whoa, it's going to get your brain all crazy, and then you're going to like it. And we don't want that. It's too much. So I'm putting a ban on boxing.
So is Tank gonna move up in weight or not? What the hell are you talking about, man?
Man, I don't watch. I told you I don't watch that stuff. It's sick. Only a sick person will watch that.
Ray Alexander with the $5 super chat says some men seem to prefer to complain rather than genuinely work on self-improvement in terms of grooming, clothing, fitness, and increasing their income. Salute to you. Thank you so much for this.
Is that directed at me?
No, it was from an earlier talking point.
I cut my hair today.
I think Flex had actually brought up the whole thing about grooming. Sean said Tank versus Devin Haney, then Tank versus Shakur Stevenson. What's up, Art Payne? How you doing, man? Salute to you.
All right, how you gentlemen doing tonight?
Real
good
bad.
yourself.
Hey, listen, Tank might not get past Ryan Garcia.
Ooh, why you say that?
First of all, I think Garcia is deceptive because of his body style, and Tank is gonna. I think he's gonna take him for granted. I mean, Ryan is better than people give him credit for. Now, I don't know what kind of chin he has. That's the way. I mean, because we know Tank can hit, but if he's just loading up and waiting for one shot, that might be.
He always does.
So what?
I said, like he always does.
Like he always does. I mean, Ryan is a pretty good boxer. Now, I hear the brother over here don't like boxing, so I'd like to listen. You know what? I hear you, but you know that the love of that game ain't never going nowhere. The only thing we don't do is kill Christians in the Coliseum anymore.
That's coming soon.
No,
keep watching boxing.
That's not.
Yes, it is. No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No,
Can I point out something real quick? First of all, it won't be Christians; it'll be conservatives that are going to be killed. Unfortunately,
conservatives are making a comeback. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's going to be Christians.
Okay, and Arpain, salute to you, but I see what you're saying. But here goes something. Ryan Garcia has 82%, a knockout ratio of 82%. Tank 93.
Okay.
So what do you think? What do you think? Do you think I predict that Garcia is going to tag him up, beat him with points, might shake him a little. Tank is going to be pushed against the rope a lot, rope-a-doping a lot, trying to overpower this guy, trying to pick his shot, trying to get that one knockout shot that he always goes for. He can go the distance. He has stamina. I won't take that away from him. But if we're talking about a distance fight, Garcia is going to win it, period.
Really?
What's his name? Look, Tank, if Tank knocks him out, then it's over. But if it goes the distance, Garcia is going to beat him with points.
If you guys are students of boxing, right? How many times has a great boxer beat an awesome puncher? I mean, it happens a lot, right? Yep. And Garcia has like maybe around two solid inches on him in size and probably reach. And he's not a bad boxer. Now, Tank has never been accused of being a great boxer. He's a great hitter, and I think Ryan has a little bit more power than people give him credit for.
I think. Okay, so
now wait a minute. Now I wouldn't mind Tank winning, but I think people are underestimating Ryan.
Tank has 7 or 8 title defenses. How many does Ryan Garcia have?
Actually, I don't know that.
I think he has about 2 or 3. I don't know, man.
Tank?
No, Tank has 8 or 9 title defenses. Whereas Garcia only has about 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know. I mean, we tend to judge a fighter sometimes off of their, their ability to, their experience and their ability to a title like that. That's why I think Bernard Hopkins is one of the top boxers of all time.
He definitely was.
Yeah. He defended his title and won so many times. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah.
Well,
should Tank move up? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said the real fight we want to see is my man from Iowa against their names are the welterweights. I'll look it up, man, and I'll come back. I don't know why their names are.
Yeah.
What's the brother, the dark skinned brother who can't get a big fight?
Farmer. What's his name? Is it?
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. I'll find.
I know you're talking about. Is it Tony? Tony Farmer?
No.
That's not. I mean, Tony Farmer is a basketball player. I'm sorry.
I'll find it.
I know who you're talking about. Man, what is the dude's name?
Damn, I'm sorry. I even thought it because now I'm knocking it out of your head.
Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford.
Oh,
yeah, they're never going to let him get a bigger fight.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford. Yeah,
and he was supposed to fight my man, the other brother, who just won. Everybody likes him. That's the fight that we need to see. Terrence Crawford against brother who he's pretty nice too. He always wins. But I'll find his name too. But anyway, this
you know who I would love. You know, and I know people. This is way off the subject. Okay. Do you know who I would love to see as one of the greatest comebacks ever in boxing history?
Who?
Adrian Broner.
No.
Oh man, stop it. He is a legitimate. Why you say stop it?
Because he's a victim of the game, man. His head is not right, and I don't think he's meant for the limelight that way. I don't think he'll ever be First of all, he wasn't a great fighter to begin with.
No, he was not.
He can't compete.
I'm about to kick you up.
He can't compete with these guys now.
Ain't that the
truth? Say he wasn't a great. You say now? Why wasn't he a great fighter?
Well, I mean, I used to watch him, man. He never really impressed me. He never really impressed me as a great fighter. He thought he was Floyd Mayweather for a second, and it went south real fast. And then, of course, his off the court activities were disgraceful.
Yeah. I agree.
So I don't think he has it. I mean, he had to have a complete different mindset to become a great fighter, and I don't know if he has it in him.
He's still young. He's what, 32, 33?
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't want to write the brother off, but that too much. I mean, if he wants to make a comeback, great. If he needs to stay out of trouble, though.
Facts.
I agree. What's up, Flex?
What's going on, man?
Tank Garcia, what's up?
You know what? I've switched over from boxing because I don't know. I hate to be that guy because there's always that guy coming in with the UFC. And I was a huge. I grew up on boxing, but the reason why I respect UFC more now is because the best fighters are gonna fight, and we don't have to play these games. We don't gotta do this whole build-up thing. John Jones is already trying to fight. Bones Jones is already trying to fight the top guy, even after beating another guy. We don't have to play these games. This fight we're talking about might not happen for like another year and a half or something, because there's might be some other monies with issues and other things going on. Davis is a great fighter, but I think until boxing gets the heavyweights division together again, together like it used to be when we had Holyfield and we had Tyson, we had Moore, and we had the heavyweights is where it's at. The lightweights is good, but they can't carry the sport. I'm sorry.
If they fought the right fights, the other name I was thinking about was Errol Spence.
I think Flex is still. Flex, you're still talking about. You meant heavyweight for MMA, right?
Yeah. No. For boxing. For boxing.
Oh, boxing heavyweights. Trash.
Man, hey, remember Riddick? Man, Riddick Bowe. When he fought Holyfield, we had Holyfield fighting Tyson. The heavyweight division back in the mid to early 90s, in the mid 80s, all the way back, the heavyweights always carried boxing.
Trash, and more trash. The heavyweight. The only reason why heavyweights carry boxing was because of the media. Other than that, those heavyweight boxers were trash. Bar fighting. Those dudes are just bar room brawlers at the end of the day. I can't stand it.
If you go on YouTube, you can pull it up. Pull up Mike Tyson's first. I think his first.
Mike Tyson is
86 to about 90. He was super quick.
trash. He fought bums. He didn't
fought
fight anybody.
everyone.
Who did he fight?
Anyone that you put in front. Anyone that you put in front. He fought Holmes, right? He fought everyone.
He was 60 years old when Holmes. Come on, how old was Holmes fought him?
He fought Berber. He fought Trevor Berber. He fought wait.
Sugar Ray Leonard and Hearns carried boxing for a long time.
You guys have this mythical, no offense, you have this mythical view of the heavyweight division. Tyson got washed by nobody. Tyson never beat any real champions. Did he? He fought Holmes. Come on, Holmes was 60 years old when he fought him. Come on, man.
How did Tyson win the belt? He had to fight a champion to win the belt. He won multiple belts.
Doesn't that kind of let you know? Okay, go ahead. How old was Holmes when he fought him?
How many people was ducking Tyson? Didn't even want to fight him. People were ducking Tyson.
He got washed by Holyfield. He got washed by Lewis. Buster Douglas, and nobody beat him. I would argue and say that Tyson's the paper champion at this point.
First of all, Lewis is a Hall of Fame fighter, and he's 6'4". Lewis was the perfect styles makes in boxing. Styles make fights. Lennox Lewis's height and his ability to throw the jab, which is one of his best punches, is the perfect weapon against somebody like Mike Tyson, who likes to try and get on the inside of you. But if you got someone with punching power that just jab you to death, that neutralizes pretty much everything Tyson can do. That's why he lost.
Wilder is a basketball player who boxes.
All right, listen. The heavyweights now are not the same.
What about Big Baby? Jared Anderson from Ohio. 2022.
Is he from what part of Ohio?
I'm not sure, but he signed. He's with the Top Rank and Jazz Prince, the Princes, all the Princes.
What's his name again? Let me see. What's his name again?
Gerard Anderson.
He's from Cleveland Heights. Let me see. Yeah, I think I heard of him before.
Big Baby.
Yeah, I think he's from. He's from Toledo.
One thing for, and also not to cut you off, he's just coming up. That guy's coming up. But Flex, when you said the UFC and the boxing, I understand that for sure. It's because boxing is a lot of business. Like if you even see the press conferences for the UFC, it's way more like you get the personality out of the fighters more, and you get the fans more interested. Like combat sports, like even the other brother Payne, he said. My other brother Payne, he said that Errol Spence and Crawford, that fight has been talking about 5-6 years, and
they got to get it together, bro. They got to get that one together, man.
And Floyd and Pacquiao happened 5 years too late. Some people could
argue, man. And let's be honest, we all respect Mayweather, right? We all respect Mayweather, but how many of these people did he fight?
Let's get you up out of here.
Nah, Mayweather, let me say, he bought himself.
Come on.
He bought himself.
Man.
Mayweather bought himself out of a contract.
When they were both at their peak. If he had fought De La Hoya when they're both at their peak.
No. De La Hoya wasn't going to beat Mayweather. No way.
De La Hoya was washed by the time he fought Mayweather.
But look, Floyd Mayweather came in from the Olympics, bought himself out of his contract for like 700-something thousand. And everybody wants to keep their O because of Mayweather. He transferred the UFC and boxing. Now everybody, Mayweather and Conor McGregor. That was never
that
before.
Fight.
That's a crazy one. That's the first time MMA and boxing got crossed over. What else? Pay-per-view. His first pay-per-view with John Gotti. That was his first pay-per-view. He was the B-side, Thunder and Lightning. Everybody thought he was going to lose that. I don't know. It's different now. And the Broner thing, somebody said about Adrian Broner. If Adrian Broner introduced Tank to Al Heyman, he's the first one to put good word. If you see back then, they were together like this.
Yeah.
And Broner now, he was supposed to have a fight like a couple months ago, but
he got canceled.
But he's sober now though, 5 months sober. So respect to him. Respect to him for that. He was like 200 pounds. He lost weight. It's hard nowadays.
I respect Mayweather. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to put dirt on the man's name, but someone like Bones Jones will fight anyone at their peak right now. You put him in front of him, he's gonna fight.
No, but I'll give you that for
We're not being
UFC.
strategic with it. We're not gonna fight you when you turn 37. We're
The
gonna fight you.
UFC is
The
trash, man.
No, what the UFC does, man, my man makes
stand
the
the
guys
UFC.
fight the fights that people want to see. The guy who's ripping them off for all their money is making them fight together because they don't pay those guys nothing. You know, so those guys are like slave labor. You know, I shouldn't say slave labor, but those guys are getting rooked. They're getting rooked. They fight.
How much do you think they make per fight? The top guys. The top guys, how much do you think they make a fight? Bones Jones, his very last fight, how much do you think he made?
That was crazy, but that was okay. Jones is
maybe
Jones McGregor and Jones are like the two top in the UFC who got paid. Like John Jones and McGregor.
No, McGregor made the millions, but he had to do the crossover with Mayweather. He never made that kind of money under my man who's ripping them all off. Whatever his name is, I can't remember.
But he was whatever his name, Dana something.
Dana White.
Also, a lot of people like how they promote themselves. Like he was also one of the first people to put himself like crazy in a different way. You know, like actual promoter. You know, he
promoted himself.
Mayweather is also
got
fighting
that from Mayweather. You don't think Mayweather sat down with him and say, "Let's promote this thing this way"? You know, they didn't throw the fight, but they both promoted. Mayweather's the greatest boxing promoter ever. As a boxer,
I'm not taking that away. Mayweather's great, but
let me tell you one thing about Mayweather. Mayweather was going to go to jail, and he made the judicial system in Vegas hold off on putting him in jail until after he brought $2 billion into Vegas. Then they put him in jail for domestic violence after the fight.
They did, yeah. I mean,
the brother's nice, and they say he can't even read.
And also, what do you guys? I heard about the Ryan and Tank. For my opinion, right? They both. I think personally, like, no underestimating. Ryan is an undefeated young fighter, right? It all depends how they both come in there because it could go 12 rounds. It could go the distance. You know, everybody thinks knockout. I don't think it's when you at that high level thing. It's not just like everybody wants to see knockouts yet. But when you're like technician with it, like if you look back, Mayweather and Gotti, that was his last fight when he really put the hoorah. Like he was really like before everybody was like Mayweather's just too defensive and smart. I think that it's a good fight just because it's two young stars. They hit two different fan bases. They have good social media followings. And I think that this is gonna push those big fights that everybody really wants because it's like you know it's the two fighters they came together and made the fight happen, and it's gonna be on two different networks, so it's really pushing everybody to
So let me give you one, brother. What about Mayweather when he fought Diego Morales, whatever his name is? Diego was one of the top fighters, and Mayweather destroyed him. Diego, whatever his last name is, he was a brown skinned Latino guy. He was really, really good. He had some good fights, and nobody knew that Mayweather was going to stay right in front of him with the elbow, with the shoulder thing. He just destroyed this brother.
It's not even the styles, I think, right? It's like who's more of a complete fighter because you have to adjust on the fly. It's not like it's like who's really the heart and the chin, everything too. Yeah, I get that, but like Mayweather, like smart wise, because you got 50 times you're studying. You want that same position. You taking food off the next man's table. Everybody who's willing to fight him, you think you could beat him as you should. But
can I say this real quick?
Yes, sir.
Flex, you're out of line. Now, Canelo is arguably pound for pound #1 on the planet.
I knew it was coming. I knew it.
Mayweather made him look like a third
masterful performance. Masterful.
Exactly. How can you now? No disrespect. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not a pugilist to a degree. I have a little bit of boxing knowledge, but he made Canelo, who was younger at the time, look like a damn kid when he boxed him and beat the dog breaks off of him. And for you to say that, oh, if Pacquiao and him would have fought 5 years, I think that was Sean though, right?
I forgot about that.
If Pacquiao would have fought Mayweather 5 years prior, I don't know, man. Like I really
Not saying that he would lose.
First of all, Canelo Alvarez was still on the rise. He wasn't. Canelo Alvarez is just peaked maybe 2 years ago. He kind of, you know what? There's whenever you throw criticism towards Mayweather, I know everyone's gonna say they're gonna bring up Canelo, they're gonna bring up Pacquiao, and then someone like me is gonna be like, okay, he fought Canelo, but Canelo wasn't at his peak. He didn't fight him at it. He has not been fighting these guys. He does not. When he fought Mosley, he fought Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley was heading out the door.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
When people want Mayweather to fight, they want him to fight someone who is at their peak, like he is at his peak.
Not fair.
And then, but we don't ever get that. We either get him right before or when they're past it. We don't get him
by going through everybody in the sport. He became more strategic. I agree with you there. But Canelo had just like knocked out 20-something people in a row. Mayweather stood in front of him and gave that boy a boxing lesson. Matter of fact, Canelo became a better boxer by getting his ass beat by Mayweather.
I agree.
And that just ages better for Mayweather because Canelo's over here now. He's the top of the top, and that's just aging even better for you. You know.
That's right. So I'm telling people just belittle Mayweather because people just don't like him.
All right. So look, do you think Mayweather right now? Do you think Mayweather at his age right now, because he really hasn't been hit?
He's still fighting.
Do you think he could get back in the ring with a top pro right now and hold his own?
Well, first of all, no, and he wouldn't do that because the most important thing to him is that 50-0 record.
He's in exhibitions now, so officially he's out of the pros. I think that he's smart enough to start. Because look, with the Ryan and Tank thing, there's the rehydration clause thing going on about the weight. You know, so basically he can't go over amount of weight, and everybody's talking about that. And Canelo did that too. There was like Pacquiao. They all like, but not both. You know, I think personally, because you could change the ring size. Like Olympic size ring is, I believe, like 24 by 24. That's the Olympics, different from the pros. I think if it's like because you're the A side, so Flex, imagine you're the A side, like you pick, you know, like what everything is like by your standards, you know. If I agree. I think like that you should win because look, Mayweather's fighting right now in exhibitions. It's not the pros, but like his body obviously took a lot of damage, and he said it. Like I believe like Mayweather's best like performance is the Gotti fight, when he fought Arturo Gotti.
Well, Arturo was no match for him, though.
But because Arturo took more than he dished out,
right? And
he was the B side, and this is Mayweather's first pay-per-view. Like mentally, that's also big.
Yeah, that was big.
No, you know who was his best fight? Who was that guy? I guess he started training with him later on, but it was another guy. And he used to talk big mess also, but he was just as quick as Mayweather. What is his? I forget his name, but he fell off after that fight with Mayweather. But that was really cool at first, and then they weren't cool, and then they fought each other, and he fell off. I don't remember what his name was, but I think that was his best fight because he fought someone who was pretty much the same as he was, and beat him pretty easily.
Also, Tank signed to Mayweather. There's a lot of fighters signed to Mayweather, but that's the only fighter that Floyd really. If you see, he really put him out there, standing by him.
I tell you what, though, man, that Ryan fight, man, I can't wait. I might even buy pay-per-view for that one.
When is it supposed to happen?
April 22nd is going to be in Vegas. So look, Ryan got dropped by Luke Campbell before, just dropped. He came back up like strong, he came back, took the dub, respect to that. But the thing is, who's the more complete fighter in the sense of like all of like Tank's opposition, in my opinion, different fighters, like more complete of a fighter, I would say,
It's Ryan.
He hasn't fought in 8 months though. That's also a little crazy. 8 months is
Ryan
crazy.
Hasn't fought in 8 months.
He hasn't fought in 8 months. Tank has just fought a month ago.
I don't think that's going to be as big of a deal as people think. I saw his last fight.
Yeah, no, at that level, nah, he'll still like I said, I think it could go the distance, no problem. Like I'm not, You know, you're
So
not
who do you
just
think
looking.
is a better boxer? We know Tank is probably a
I
better
think it's Tank just because like a lot of times
a better
people try to
boxer or a better
yeah, I'm
hitter.
gonna say boxer and hitter because a lot of people try to downplay him just as a big puncher. But if you look in different fights, he brought out the footwork, he brought out the defensiveness. In Pitbull fight, he didn't knock him out. It went 12 rounds. It's the first fight that he had that went the distance, and he had a broken hand. He fought with a broken hand, the Pitbull, right? That's a fight that a lot of people are.
Oh, I don't know what happened to him.
Well, you a tough guy there, man, but they're chaotic. Knocking guys out. You know?
Nah, he dropped. I don't know what happened to him.
Something must have happened. What else is going on, brother?
Oh, I was gonna tell you. All right, so about LeBron's son. I think if LeBron played against his son growing up the same way he played against other NBA players, like didn't take it easy on him, really went at him, that means that he's been playing against high level competition ever since probably the age of 13 or 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
If LeBron's been training him, teaching him how to diet, teaching him the mental aspects of everything, he has every genetic and mental tool in order to be. He's not going to be as good as LeBron. He's not going to be as tall as LeBron. But they're saying this dude has Westbrook type spring and speed and quickness. And if he has that type of athletic ability, he'll hang around the league for at least 5 years. Because there's always going to be, look at Lonzo Ball, right? Do you think he'll be at least better than Alonzo Ball?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I can see that.
I'm a believer in Lonzo. I thought Lonzo was a good pick for the Lakers.
What's wrong with him now? He's hurt, right? He's hurt.
He's still hurt.
Yeah.
He's still hurt.
But his brother's pretty nice too, though.
Yeah.
Oh, Melo?
Yeah,
Melo's nice.
Yeah.
Melo's nice.
Guys, I do have to end it abruptly. I got a meeting at 8:00. I was trying to end it a little bit earlier. This has been a great live stream. I will be back on Tuesday. Next Tuesday. Any last words, guys?
Yeah, the only thing I'll leave you guys with is if you are that person that this broadcast was aimed at, man, life isn't over for you. We all have, like I said on Chaotic Show, we're like Madden characters. We have our overall ratings, the things we're great at, the things we're good at, the things we're bad at. Look at what you are not good at, what you are lacking, and make those things strengths to the best of your possible ability. Find somebody who has those strengths. Find out what they did to turn things around. Find a mentor. Find someone who can help you become the best version of you. And if you can do that, you will get to where you need to be.
Hey, that sounds good to me. I'll go with what you just said.
So I gotta say, love over hate. I appreciate you guys for everything, man. Blessings to everybody. Great panel. Everything. I appreciate all you guys for real.
No problem.
Thanks for letting me up, Chaotic. Later.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Hey, great show. Great show. By the way, I'm sorry I couldn't participate in the boxing conversation. Got caught up with some admin stuff, but great show overall. Thank you for having me up. Love the conversation. Tank is gonna get dog walked, and and if he doesn't, then I'll be eating my words.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, man.
All right, now.
Have a good one, Blacks. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much for coming through. Let me see real quick. I saw. Oh yeah, said Bronny is ready. Yeah, he will probably grow to be 6'10", maybe 6'11". Let me see. Not Bronny. I'm sorry, Bryce. Yeah, Bryce. Let me see. Matrix says Garcia gets dripped by a gut punch. Guys, I'm out of here. Salute to everybody. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you so much for coming through. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Peace.